we definitely reiterated the fact of where we're at in the season and, you know, what's coming up ahead of us, and that, you know, it's now or never.
We know we can't tie anymore, we can't lose any. We got to win them all from here on out.
McComas in the right circle, takes a shot, he scores! A fire scores! Jacob St. Andre! He needs some here. Oh, look out, a shot scored! Julian Jensen, his first goal in his ACHA career!
We're battling for our nationals right now.
Scores! Now Cooper, a shot blocks St. Andre, gets the rebound, walking, and scores! Jacob St. Andre! And the Chippewas knock off the Lawrence Tech Blue Devils in overtime!
Hey, that was a big win. Now we gotta show up tomorrow. Tomorrow's the bigger game. All right? Tomorrow's the bigger game.
The Michigan Collegiate Hockey Conference Net Tournament has shown us much drama, from near upsets to multiple overtime games, all with national tournament implications. Now, with 2 days left to go in the tournament, the Chippewas are still alive in their quest to defend their Vezina Cup Conference title from 2 seasons ago. But to keep it, they'll have to play the game of their season, and for some members of this team, the game of their hockey career today against the reigning national champions, the mighty, undefeated Hope Flying Dutchmen. Good evening, everybody. Once again, hello ringside from Griff's IceHouse West here in Holland, Michigan, ahead of this MCHC Conference semifinal game. I'm Devin Sarah, that's Reagan Cleese, and we have traveled 2 hours southwest for this matchup here today. This season has been an up and down roller coaster for the Chippewas. They've battled through injuries, heartbreaking losses, and even a tough second half slump where they dropped 13 of an available 26 points to finish the season. To see the Chippewas deep in this tournament and for what they've overcome this year has been a remarkable understatement, but they have to now today overcome their greatest obstacle yet here tonight against the Hope College Dutchmen.
Yeah, the Hope College Flying Dutchmen, it's not just a tough game ahead for the Chippewas, it is also a rivalry game. This is a team that they have faced in so many win-or-go-home games. Think back to the 2018 national semifinal, and even the last 2 seasons ago, the Vezina Cup final. This is a team that the Central Michigan Chippewas really do not like.
Absolutely. Neither of these teams like each other, and it'll be a good one here today, folks. Real quick, we'll take you back to last weekend where the Chippewas advanced to the conference semifinal in their division semifinal game against Lawrence Tech. To open that game, in the first 2 goals of the game came from the Chippewas. Andrew Porzanek got us started at 5:51 for the only goal of the first period in that one.
Bouncing around, couldn't be kept in there by Darcy, and Hull opt to send it into the Chippewa end. 14-15 to go here in the opening period. Now an outlet pass, here's Porzondik. He's got one man to beat, moves in, backhand shot, score! Andrew Porzondik, what a goal! And with 14:09 to go in the first, the Chippewas strike first!
Are you kidding me? What a feed off the near side boards, comes right onto Porzondik's blade, splits 2 defenders and moves in, backhands that past the goal set. And that was a beautiful goal from Andrew Porzondik, Reagan, but they were not done as 8-11 into that second period. Jordan Cooper took a beautiful feed from Porzondik behind the net to put the Chippewas up 2-0 in that one.
Tad over 1 minute to go in the man advantage. Here's Owen Campbell across that line. Deking into the slot, had it knocked away, but Cooper pokes it into the corner.
They can really only afford one more mistake on this power play. We can really only afford one more mistake on this power play if we lose it.
They score! Jordan Cooper firing a one-timer home from the bottom of the right circle! And on a beautiful pass from Andrew Porzondik behind the goal, the Chippewas lead by 2. Puck back on the Chippewa end here. They're now dealing with a 2-goal lead. A shot from the point. They score! The Blue Devils strike back quickly. Mitchell Selmeyer out in front, tipping that home. And the Blue Devils are back within 1 here, cutting the deficit in half.
within one, and they weren't done there. They would score one more in that second period from Derek Darcy to knot it up at 2.
Up through center ice, his pass was intercepted by Fan. Over the line, here's Darcy. Darcy, centering attempt, knocked away to the far half wall. Stepping around to check what's costing. Now here's a shot blocked. And the rebound, they score!
That's a big rebound off that blocker.
Derek Darcy finishing the rebound past Thomas Rofe. And at 5:17.
The Chips and the Blue Devils went back and forth in that first and second period, really with the Chips dominating the first and Lawrence Tech dominating the second. We were at a stalemate, but it was Lawrence Tech who would answer for one more goal, as it was at 3:29 of that third, Connor Juhas scoring to give the Lawrence Tech Blue Devils the lead. Slot area forces the faceoff.
Now Lawrence Tech controls off the draw. Here's Cameron Knowlton up the wing. His pass was intercepted right on goal. A shot saved by Rove. No, they score! That play looked to be offside at the blue line, and the Blue Devils take advantage and score. I thought Rove had that one. It slipped by his glove, and the Blue Devils have scored 3 unanswered goals. Yeah, Connor Jew has his the third goal of the hockey game for Lawrence Tech, their third straight, and from there the Chippewas were kind of on the back foot, but late in that game at 8:03 into the third period, it would be Jordan Cooper on a beautiful tic-tac-toe goal. Twin face-off, and the Chippewas do get it. Here's Isaac Gibbs left, point switches with St. Andre across to Christopher Martin, top of the left circle, near side for St. Andre, down low to Campbell, right back up top for Gibbs. Gibbs feeding it down low. Cooper had drawn Barrett out of his net, but he couldn't get a shot off. Now near side, Campbell couldn't get a shot off in the left circle.
The passes.
Up top, a shot saved by Barrett on a one-timer from St. Andre.
Gotta settle this puck down. It's flipping over their blades.
Now, St. Andre across to Martin. Near side, Campbell a shot, they score! Tie game! Jordan Cooper from the bottom of the right circle. Another one-time goal for Central Michigan, and they have tied up the hockey game! Yeah, Jordan Cooper, that goal was a beautiful backdoor feed from Owen Campbell on a tic-tac-toe from the bottom of the left circle to the bottom of the right, and that tied up the hockey game at 8:03. Teams would then battle it out for the remainder of the third period of play, but that wouldn't be enough. The teams would go to overtime. Early in that first overtime, Devin, it seemed as though Lawrence Tech had scored to end the game, but the referee ruled that it had went off the left post and stayed out, so we kept playing hockey, and we played 24 minutes of overtime before we got anything, and this time it was Jacob St. Andre finishing the game. Now here's a hammer shot blocked away by Rove. Rebound shot loose in the slot. Now working in, a shot saved by Rove.
3 marvelous saves by Thomas Rove. Got them all with the chest protector. And folks, that is why, once again, he is one of the best and named to the MCHC All-First Team.
Now Cooper, a shot blocked. St. Andre gets the rebound, walking and scores! Jacob St. Andre! And the Chippewas knocked off the Lawrence Tech Blue Devils in overtime!
Jacob St. Andre, the hero, in double overtime. Thanks, Reagan. The hero in that one, Jacob St. Andre, netting his 12th goal of the season in absolutely dramatic fashion. Great call, by the way, on that one. A beautiful job, once again, by Reagan Cleves, as always. But I'll tell you what, that was a huge game for the Chippewas, not only because they advanced to this conference semifinal, but they exercised their demons. Lawrence Tech got the best of them in the first 2 games earlier in that week, winning in the second game 5-1 and then tying in the first. So that was important for the Chippewas to keep going, and it led to momentum heading into now what is today's game against Hope College. And Reagan, real quick, we'll take a look at the Michigan Collegiate Hockey Conference semifinal games here today. As you can see before us, Hope and Central are getting ready to play here ahead of a 7:30 puck drop. But after this one, and actually simultaneously across us at the red rink here at Griff's IceHouse West, it'll be Michigan taking on Grand Valley State, the number 2 and number 1 seeds or really I should say number 2 in the West and then number 1 in the East taking on each other as we had a conference switch. The MCHC elected, as we talked to head coach Chris Van Timmerman earlier for Hope College Reagan, the coaches elected to switch the opponents for the conference here at the latter half of the tournament. Instead of going with division winners to play in the conference final, they switched it, so now that left Michigan playing Grand Valley State instead of the Chippewas.
Yeah, it was. It was the same format used last year at the 2020 National Tournament at Patterson Ice Center. Over the summer, the coaches decided, hey, we like that, and so they voted on it, and thus we had it. And we apologize if any of you thought we were playing Michigan tonight. Devin and I had the wrong information.
Yeah, we did hype it up.
I don't think anybody had any idea what was going on, but nonetheless, that's where we sit here tonight. Central Michigan and Hope, and the Grand Valley State and Michigan here at Griff's IceHouse West. Taking a look at Central Michigan here tonight. They finished the regular season with a 12-5-0-6 record with 30 points, good enough for 16th in the ACHA Division III based off of points. They are fourth. They were the 4th seed coming into the MCHC East tournament. Now, how they got here was a pretty darn fun story. As we talked about, Devin, they beat Lawrence Tech by a final of 4-3 in overtime, and against Adrian the night before they had beat them 6-2. So so the first game was a bit easy for Central Michigan. Second one, not as much. That was the second overtime win this season for Central Michigan. That Lawrence Tech game. Their first one came just about a week and a half earlier when they took down the Michigan Wolverines at the Arctic Edge of Canton in their 8th overtime game of the campaign. This is their first consecutive win streak, those wins against Adrian and Lawrence Tech, since all the way back in November and December of last season when they took home the second game against Calvin. They swept Michigan State, and then they played Adrian on the road. So this is a bit of a nice winning streak for Central Michigan. They're also seeking their 3rd Vezina Cup in team history. They have won it every year. They've made it to the final game in the MCHC conference. As for the other side of the ice, the Hope Flying Dutchmen, they come in with an incredible 28-0 record, 56 points. That is first in the ACHA, and they are the 1st seed in this MCHC East tournament, or tournament in general, pardon. How they got here, they had a bye in the division quarterfinals before beating Michigan State 8-1 in a trouncing over in that one, and then they had 34 straight victories coming into tonight, including their national championship. They have not lost since March 26th of 2021 in a tight 3-4 loss to the Calvin Knights. They're the reigning national champions of Division III, as you can see. You can't at home see, but we can see the national championship banners hanging above center ice here at Griff's IceHouse West. They have outscored their opponents this season by a combined 153 goals. They've been absolutely phenomenal on the offensive end of things, Devin. They've also had some success in the Vezina Cup for themselves. They're seeking their 7th Vezina Cup in program history and their 3rd national title in 5 seasons.
And let's not forget, they have won their games by an average goal differential of 5 this year. That is absolutely remarkable when you consider the entirety of ACHA Division III. Looking at this series history between these storied clubs in Division III, Hope leads this series to the Chippewas with 5 wins, 4 losses, and 2 ties. The last meeting between these teams came in the Vezina Cup final back all the way in 2020, Reagan, and that was a 2-1 victory for the Chips, an absolutely thrilling game. But a notable matchup between these teams came in 2018 during the national tournament semifinal, where Hope was able to win over the Chippewas 7-5. They went on to win their first national championship in that one. There is 3 players for Hope playing in this game tonight that were on that 2018 team, and 4 players were on that 2018 Central team here tonight. We'll get to our notable scratches for CMU tonight. The forward freshman Isaac Gibbs will be out for the foreseeable future with an upper body injury, Reagan. It happened in that Lawrence Tech game, and it's tough to see the top goal scorer for the Chippewas go out. And they're going to need to substitute him on that top line with Cooper and St. Andre.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how the Chippewas manage without their leading goal scorer here tonight. been able to rely a little bit more as of late on Andrew Porzonik, Brendan Martin, Jordan Cooper. Those three players have stepped up in the scoring category, but it'll depend. It remains to be seen how well they can fare without their freshman leading scorer.
Taking a look at our players to watch now, presented by CMHIceHockey.com, starting with the Chippewas. Tonight, our players to watch are Thomas Rofe, the goaltender, the sixth-year senior for the Chips, and Brendan Martin, the captain from Novi, Michigan. Both of these players were named to the MCHC First Team East Division, and they were named to the Michigan Collegiate Hockey Conference Dream Team, Reagan, which consists of both the East and West divisions. Looking at Thomas Rofe, he has been a reliable netminder all night. 24 games, he's second in the ACHA Division 3 among goaltenders with at least 10 starts with a .927 save percentage. And for Brendan Martin, the point-leading defenseman for the Chippewas, he's played in these high-intensity Hope games. He knows what to expect from this one tonight, and he knows what stakes are on the line. Taking a look at Hope, Maxwell Moniz, the leading goal scorer for the Dutchmen tonight with our player to watch. 24 goals, 24 assists, 48 points, leads in goals this season, as well as Lucas Barber. He has 14 points in 14 of his last 15 games. First in the team in the assists, and these are two of an absolutely star-studded lineup from top to bottom here for Hope.
Yeah, Hope, top to bottom, is a phenomenal hockey club. They have 10 players on the roster who are averaging more than a point per game, and that's frankly ridiculous. How you never see that in a hockey team, and Hope has managed to do that through this year. 10 players with a point per game, and they've just been very good, and they're being led by a guy who didn't play last year. Maximo Moniz did not play. He only played one game last season in the shortened COVID campaign, but he has been absolutely phenomenal coming off of that extended break.
Yeah, and notably, they won the 2021 National Championship without him. The Dutchmen, the reigning national champions, as we mentioned, and he's going to be a story to watch tonight, along with those 10 point-per-game players. Reagan, we have a monumental matchup here tonight ahead of the national tournament, and there's some big keys to the game tonight. What do the Chippewas have to do to overcome the giant that is Hope?
Yeah, so first of all, the Chippewas, they can't think of Hope as a giant. This is just another hockey game. This is just another team that they don't like. As we mentioned, these teams have history, and it's really about just simplifying things. Avoid the turnovers, get the puck up ice cleanly, and really you gotta think of this as a regular hockey game. It's not the MCHC conference semifinal. It's not against your biggest rival. This is just a hockey game, and that mindset should help Central Michigan be able to knock off Hope tonight. They also need to win on all three fronts of hockey. They need to be clean on the 5-on-5. They need to take advantage of power play opportunities that Hope gives them, and they also need to shut down a lethal Hope power play. Their power play is just absolutely phenomenal. On the year, they are somewhere around 70% on the campaign, or pardon me, around 20% on the campaign. They are absolutely phenomenal, and the Chippewas also need to embrace the atmosphere. This is a big game, but it's also going to be a fun game. This is a team that they really don't like. This is a rivalry game, and this place is going to be buzzing if I had to bet any money on it, and they just got to embrace it and have some fun.
Yeah, Reagan, have fun, and that's the name of really the hockey game, isn't it? Having fun in what will be their biggest game of the season. One more thing to get to in our pregame show. It is the Light the Lamp category, once again presented by CMHIceHockey.com. We start with the first pick from Tristan Hagenside, the team photographer for the Chippewas. He went with Jordan Cooper tonight, the star forward on that top line. Has had a phenomenal tournament, Reagan. 3 goals over this span. Had 2 goals in the Lawrence Tech game last weekend. He's going to be a player to watch for Tristan, who right now sits about 4.5 points. His total for this Light the Lamp is 6.917, and the .917 comes from his time picking the goaltender Thomas Rowe for his Light the Lamp. Joe Grogan, the team social media manager, had Owen Campbell as his pick. An interesting pick. Campbell has to substitute on that top line with Isaac Gibbs out. He's done a phenomenal job as well. You went with Andrew Porzonik tonight. Explain that one.
Andrew Porzonik has been phenomenal through the latter latter half of this season, especially in the last 2 weeks. He's been playing well, getting a lot of good scoring chances, getting a lot of goals, getting a lot of assists, and I think he'll get some here tonight.
I went with tonight Jacob St. Andre, the fifth-year senior from Riverview, Michigan. He played in that 2018 semifinal game. He knows what to expect from this one, and I think he's going to step up big. Look for him in the bottom of the circles to get a goal here tonight. That's going to do it for this portion of the pregame show. Stand by. We will have our exclusive pregame interview with assistant coach Dalton Sutherland coming up next here ahead of puck drop. You're watching the Central Michigan Chippewas in the Vezina Cup semifinal here ahead of puck drop. Stay with us. And resuming with you quickly here, I'm joined with assistant coach Dalton Sutherland once again. Good to see you again, Dalton. I have to ask you the question about Hope in the history of this team. You played in that 2018 national semifinal game where Hope beat you guys to go on and win the national championship in the next one. Tell us a little bit about what you expect from such a storied rivalry between these teams. We've talked about the intensity. We've talked with guys like Brent Martin who say you haven't seen anything like a real hockey game that is Hope College versus Central. Tell us what to expect.
Yeah, no, it's definitely our biggest rival of the season. So we don't like them, they don't like us, and it's pretty well known. It's definitely going to be a lot of hitting, a lot of stick work, a lot of talking. It's going to be a heavy game for sure, like we keep talking about, and that's what this league is. It's heavy hockey. It's a lot of hitting. It's a lot of contact, and you got to be ready for that especially against this team.
Dalton, with Isaac Gibbs out of the lineup for the foreseeable future with that upper body injury, it leaves sort of a gap on that top line. We've seen St. Andre Cooper and Owen Campbell be successful with that, but what adjustments are you going to make to work around not having your leading goal scorer?
Yeah, it's going to be tough. Gibby is definitely a huge loss, especially for a game like this and a weekend like this. Jacob Kosnick's going to fill in on the top line, and he's looked really good in practice with them, and he's definitely very comfortable with Owen Campbell. So he's going to fill in there, and I think he's going to fill in well for him. It's hard replacing Gibby, but we're going to try our best.
Dalton, we'll get you back down to the bench here ahead of puck drop, but really quick, I got to ask you, how personal is this game, knowing the history of this team?
It's extremely personal, man. You know, it's especially for myself. It's very personal. My last year, it ended because of COVID, and we didn't get a chance to run it back with these guys in the semis or the finals. So it's definitely very personal for me. So I mean, this is the most personal weekend for me. So I mean, it's I think a lot of guys feel the same way. So I'm definitely really excited.
Awesome. Thank you for your time,
yes.
Dalton. Good luck today.
Thanks, guys.
That'll do it for this portion of the pregame show presented by CMHIceHockey.com. Stay with us. Puck drop is next here for Central Michigan against Hope College in the Vezina Cup semifinal. You're watching Central Michigan hockey here on CCHN.
Starting net minders tonight for the Hope Flying Dutchmen. They turn to McLean Schick, who in 15 games has a 15-0 record. He has only allowed 13 goals all season. He has a .99 goals against average and a .949 save percentage. As for the Chippewas, they turn to Thomas Rofe, who through 22 games has an 11-4 record. He's got a 2.57 goals against average and a .927 save percentage.
Thanks, Reagan, for that one. Starting lineups as well for the Chippewas. Tonight they sent out at forwards Owen Campbell, Jordan Cooper, and Jacob Kosnick. On the deep pairings, Christopher Martin and Alex Lasky. For the Hope College Dutchmen, they'll send out Lucas Barber, Max Monez, as well as number 65, Ashton Bull, and at the defensive pairing, Kaysen Faustin. This one tonight, the biggest game of the season between these two clubs. It's the Vesna Cup semifinal here from Griff's IceHouse West. It'll be Owen Campbell to take the draw for the Chippewas against Monez. And we are underway here from this Vesna Cup semifinal. Quickly, it's won by Hope out of the gate. Over center comes Jacob Kosnick, filling in on that top line group out there with Cooper and Campbell for the injured Isaac Gibbs. Now they start up in the attacking zone. The Chippewas need a fast start here against the #1 team in the nation and the reigning national champions, the Hope College Flying Dutchmen. And quickly flying over the attacking zone. Here comes Hope into the attacking zone. Monez drops it there over the wing there for Healy at the corner. He gets tied up there back at the end boards for Owen Campbell. Turn the puck over quickly and trying to send a shot on net was Monez, but none coming to Rofe.
Now that's a sloppy giveaway there by the Chippewas. It gives the Dutchmen an opportunity in the offensive end, but luckily that shot was blocked.
Here's Kevin Healy turning through center. Healy for the Hope College Dutchmen tonight. The junior from Rockford, Michigan, currently on a 15-game point streak. He has been phenomenal for them this season. One of the 5 Power 5 players we'll look at. Quickly a shot on net from the slot by Hope, and a stick was dropped. Another one sent in front there, trying to get the redirect attempt was Gunnison. Gabriel Gunnison at the corner of the net, but it wouldn't go. Comes all the way back down to Hope's end for a quick icing here, the first of the hockey game.
Yeah, and on that shot, Thomas Rofe did something that he's got to keep to a minimum in this hockey game. He punched that puck right off of his blocker and into the slot. You cannot do that, especially against such a high-powered Hope team. If Rofe does that, it's going to be a rough one all night.
This Hope team has been phenomenal. They have firepower from top to bottom. 12 guys on this team are close to or at a point per game this season, and they have a couple sneaky players that are good as well. Here comes through the slot area quickly over the line, Gabriel Gunnison. Gunnison named to the MCHC Dream Team this season with teammate Brad Bazor. A huge hit there between Bazor, Gunnison, and Simon Selly. And this one's going to get a whistle here for Promoman offside. And wow, Reagan, already the sparks are flying. We talked about the intensity of this one. This is a huge rivalry here tonight.
Oh, it certainly is a huge rivalry, and that hit with Bazor and Simon Selly across the way, just an example of how physical this game can get.
Bazor, the 4th-year senior from Grand Rapids, Michigan, on a 7-game point streak with no less than 2 games without points this season. Goals in 5 of his last 7, and he was also named to the MCHC Dream Team. Look out, 3-on-1 coming here for the Dutchmen. Quickly shown that off the iron there. Taken there by the forward, number 13, Brad Bazor, as I just mentioned. Wow, quickly the Hope Dutchmen.
Yeah, quickly up ice there with Bazor on that shot. That's something that the Chippewas need to keep down. Hope thrives on those transitions, especially getting people up ice to do odd man situations, 3-on-1, 3-on-2, whatever you may choose. And on that play, if the defenseman at the right point doesn't pinch down, that turns into a 3-on-2, not necessarily a 3-on-1.
Reagan, this is a fast Hope College Dutchman team. A lot of them returned from that national championship last season. They have been the #1 team in the country each of the last 2 years, including playoffs, and they are currently on a 34-game winning streak. Quickly, a puck sent in deep into the zone for a change there by Alan Hirsch. The 5th-year senior played on that 2018 national tournament team. And I'll tell you what, Hope, one of the greatest programs in Division III in the past decade, looking for another one here this year. Charlie Hayes sends this one back to center ice where Cooper got bumped off the puck there. Trying to pursue in was Kosnick, but it's taken there by Ashton Bull, the defenseman. Bull from Grand Rapids, Michigan, named first team All-Conference West this season with Gunnison and Basor. Quickly over the line, quick shot near side on the goaltender Rofe, who closed that one down for the stop. Great chance once again. Hope's already leading in the shot category.
Yeah, leading in the shot category they are, and that was a quick shot from the bottom of the right circle there. It looked like there may have been a little bit of space to the short side of Thomas Rofe, but he was able to grab that with the glove.
Quickly face-off draw, one by Christensen, set on net, and that one got blocked in front a couple times. Bull couldn't handle the puck back at the point. He'll send it to the wing there for his D partner. Taken away there, nice defensive stand by Keegan Moore, but he can't get it out. The Hope Dutchmen keep control. It's Kason Faustin setting that one on net, but it went high and up into the protective netting.
Yeah, the Chippewas, whenever they get the opportunity like they just had there to clear it, they need to do it. It's been all Hope so far through the first about 3 minutes of this hockey game.
Logan and Kason Faustin, the two players on this Hope team, played with each other at Okemos High School, and he's averaged a 2 points per game average since high school. A strong showing there. Named a second team All-Conference West for the freshman. As here we come quickly through the line, it's Christopher Martin over the blue line, now skating with it. He'll move it to the far side where now he'll send this one in deep. It's pursued in by Ashton Bull, and it comes to the near side corner. Pickpocketed there, set in front, Porzanic trying to get a shot, left it there for St. Andre, and it was blocked in front by the skate. He could have had a shot right there.
Yeah, great opportunity there for the Chippewas, getting control of the rebound.
Here they come controlling the rebounds, as Reagan mentioned. Porzanic takes it behind the net for in front there, and Simon Selly couldn't finish it home. Now it skates up in transition over back to center ice. Here comes Gunnarsson over the line, tripped up on the play by Martin with no call, and Porzanic will take it behind the net to reset. Pursued in quickly there by Max Monis, the leading goal scorer for the Dutchmen, who will send it behind the net and tag up with Lucas Barber. He'll send it cross ice there, intended a shot for Stamos, and that one was blocked in front a second time. Clapper for the point, second chance opportunity, and Rofe saved them all. Has been phenomenal right now through the first 5.5 of this game. Here's Stamas at the point, took a shot in front, that was blocked by Simon Selly, and trying to get the stretch pass there for Andrew Porzanic, streaking in, failed and intercepted. Here's Hope over the line, tripped up on the play, that's going to draw a penalty there on Jacob St. Andre, and that one will send Hope to their first power play of the game.
Yeah, St. Andre just got beat and takes the penalty there as Mona's trying to split the defense. That was a good penalty to take that eliminates the beautiful scoring chance, but now the Chippewas have to take on a dominant Hope power play, who is an incredible 62.7% on the campaign.
47 for 75 this year. Hope, when they've gotten these chances, have capitalized. And right now, the Chippewas penalty kill, which has been great all season, will have to come up big here. Here's Gunnison, sent it down low to the point, or low there, and deep for Colin Stecco. Stecco with the half wall, sent it back down, twirled it on his stick, moved it to Sanders, and Sanders will flip this back to the point. Up top, back down to Sanders. Sanders tagging up with his D partner, shoots it on net, and Rofe saw it the whole way for the glove stop there on Logan Faustin.
Yeah, you mentioned that the Chippewa penalty kill has been very good as of late. Their only slip-up was that 3-goal allowance to Lawrence, tacked back on the 12th of February in their last regular season game.
Excuse me for that one. That was Brad Bazor taking the shot, the captain senior. As I mentioned earlier, named to the dream team for this year in the MCHC. A phenomenal top group out here. They've been lights out all season. Back to the point there for Bazor. Tries to go cross-ice pass there for Gunnison, and that one failed on the pass. A little bit of sloppy passing there from the Dutchmen. Not uncanny to their strong play all year. It's going to force them to reset. Keegan Moore, Ben Rydchuk, and Aiden Gazdecki have been strong for this penalty kill group. Gazdecki goes off the ice to replace with Keelan Baker. Here comes in streaking and fast is Bazor. He'll drop at the point. Stop. Turns it back to the top of the left circle there. Intended the pass there over there for Hallen Hirsch. Hirsch will move behind the net. Back into the low slot area and trying a one-timer on net with Sanders. That one just flipped wide and it's back set in front. Quick play here for the Dutchmen already. Gunnison, cross ice, taken away there for Christopher Martin. Great job getting in the passing lane to flip that one into the netting.
Yeah, Hope just had a beautiful opportunity out in front on that one-timer feed, but it was sent just high, and Chippewas kind of scrambling on this penalty kill. It's been all Hope through the first 5 minutes of this hockey game, and this power play is not helping
Brendan
matters.
Sanders for the Hope College Dutchman, the fourth-year senior from Midland, Michigan. 6 points in his last 7 games and goals in his last 3 games. He has the hot hand for this team. Now back down low. The faceoff draws once again won by Hope. 43 seconds to go in their power play. Back to the near side half wall for Barber. Up top there for Bull. He'll leave it there and tag up with one of his forwards. Over down low to Barber. Looking for an opportunity to go in front. They get it to the top of the right circle now. Moving with it is Hirsch. Hirsch will skate to the high slot. Back down low there. Intercepted by Christopher Martin, defending well. And here comes Porzonik to block in front. Barber back down low over there. Quick shot in the left circle. Rebound chance in front. Second time, and Rofe got both stops in there.
Those are some great saves with traffic out in front there by Rofe.
Look out, he's got to be good once again. Back down low, send in front, traffic in front all over. And the Chippewas defend it well once again, not allowing these pucks to get all the way to Rofe. But when it is, he's making the second chance stops. Here's Ashton, boom, getting it down low. And Rofe flipped that one off his blade up into the protective netting. And the Central Michigan Chippewa faithful come alive here. And Griff's IceHouse West cheering on that successful penalty kill.
That's a great penalty kill by the Chippewas. It was a bit of a scramble fast at the beginning, but later on they forced things to the outside for Hope, and that allowed them to take some bad shots, but also Thomas Rofe playing phenomenal here through the first 7 minutes.
Noah Christensen will take the draw for Hope, the third-year junior from Manitou Beach, Florida. Played at Forest Hills with teammates Gunnison and Andres during his time in high school. And a lot of chemistry. A lot of these players came from the same high schools on Hope's team. And I'll tell you what, they came from very strong high school programs. Now here they're trying to work on the attack once again. Back to the point there. Quick shot blocked in front there by a streaking Jordan Cooper. Now over the line quickly with Jacob Kosnick. He'll start on the forecheck with Owen Campbell. Down low to the near side corner. Gets bumped hard by McKinch, and he'll get left there. A couple players trying to get it free. Now it's Owen Campbell in there to work with it. 12:58 left to go in this first period of play in the MCHC Conference semifinal game. Winner of this one will take on either Grand Valley State or the University of Michigan in the Vesna Cup final tomorrow night. Hope right now in a 0-0 game, unsuccessful in their first power play, and the Chippewas trying to get up in this one. Jordan Cooper skates over the line offside with Jacob Kosnick, and it's going to force this one to come back to the blue line. Jordan Cooper, the fourth-year senior from Novi, Michigan, had a couple of instances this year where he had to sit out due to post-game scrums as well as action in front. And I'll tell you what, somebody who hasn't been necessarily at the production he's wanted this year has stepped up big in this tournament, Reagan.
Yeah, he certainly has. He has 3 goals, including 2 beautiful one-time goals from the bottom of the right circle in that Lawrence Tech game. As this one rolls on, Rolfe will hold for a whistle. But he has really stepped up his play in the latter couple of games, and he's been able to move up the rankings, or move up the standings, as he now sits 7th on the team in points.
His line, which included this year Cooper, St. Andre, and Gibbs in this tournament, have 5 of the last 10 points. That one rang off the right iron there, taken by Nicholas Damas. Quickly there, saved by Rofe, and gosh, I can't even talk. This Dutchman team is so fast in the attack, Reagan. They can shoot it on net at will, just like that.
And they shoot from anywhere on the ice. They realize how fast of a team they are, and they just pepper those netminders with shots, and it's so far Thomas Rofe has stood tall and made key saves.
Simon Selly, the dig in for the draw. He's been phenomenal. Great all season on the faceoff draws, but he lost that one. It was blocked in front by Simon Selly himself. And that one's now taken to the far side half wall there by Mason Weiss. Weiss leaves it there for Stamas. Backboard, tic-tac play there from Hope, and that one just blocked in front there off the left pad of Rofe. Now quickly here comes the tic-tac, passing in front, traffic in front, everyone's sitting there, and that one maybe never got to Rofe, blocked in front there. Now working at the end boards, Colin Stecka moves it back to the point there, intended a shot for Cole Stenstrom, and that one got blocked. Jacob St. Andre takes it himself over the line. Had the double overtime victory, look out. Andrew Porzonik stepped up with Gunnison, and I believe that's going to draw a penalty here. This will draw the power play for the Chips.
Indeed it will. A big hit there. It's going to be an elbowing penalty against the Hope Flying Dutchmen, and Chippewa fans wanting a 5-minute power play. Instead, it's only going to be 2 here.
That was Gabe Gunnison taking the hit, the junior from Rockford, Michigan. He was one of the players named to the MCHC Dream Team in this season on a 7-game point streak and all but 2 this year. and he was crucial in Hope's national championship run. Well, a crucial player just went out of the game in the Chips with a chance here early in this one on the power play to strike. This faceoff was gingerly won by Owen Campbell, but he gets pickpocketed quickly there by Brad Bazor. Bazor works with it, gets it back down low, where it's finally free to the blade. Taken over by the Chips. Cooper tried to set one in front for Kosnick to no avail. Now it's St. Andre back to the point there. Filling in at the defensive spot in place for the injured Kyle Chapman out for the season. Here's a one-timer taken by Owen Campbell, and a great block in front there from the defender, Kason Faustin, and his bench loves that one.
Yeah, you mentioned Jacob St. Andre on defense, and on the power play, he kind of works as a two-way player. You see most teams opt to go for 4 forwards and a defenseman on the power play. He serves as both, being able to play both positions.
Face-off won there by the Dutchmen, and they get this out of the zone for the quick reset. 1:25 left to go in this Chippewa power play. No shots on net just yet. And we're going to get one coming up here, as it looks like it might have been too many men, Reagan.
It's going to be interference on the Chippewas at neutral ice. Good job there by Hope to draw that penalty. And it's going to be Jordan Cooper going to the box at exactly 9 minutes into the first period.
A very untimely interference call by Jordan Cooper. Has been in the box second most penalty minutes on this team. And he's going to go to one right now to sit. It'll be 4-on-4 for 1 minute and 20 seconds. Hope will have a 40-second power play. Availing no score in either of these 4-on-4 here. Ashton Bull, one-time clapper there to the high slot area, blocked in front. That was taken there by Faustin. And that was a great job by, I believe it was Porzanic, to use the body there. A couple of Chippewas laying out the body here to protect their netminder.
Yeah, and that one's just kind of a lucky block there for the captain, Brennan Martin, from the top of the left circle on that massive clapper there from Faustin.
Face-off won by the Dutchmen once again. They have dominated the face-off draws so far in this one. Now it's cross ice here, intended there for Max Marcy. Taken away there by Porzanic with the blade. Nice job there, defending well with the blue line. It forces Hope to reset. 57 seconds to go, or now 35 in this 4-on-4. Here's Faustin pulling the trigger there for the one-time attempt to Lucas Barber, and he couldn't get it to the net. Now back to the point there for Monas. He keeps it in prematurely, and it allows them to keep on the rush. Here's now as Barber makes a nice toe drag dangle there on Porzanic and got it down low. Wow. Showing off the skill there, Lucas Barber for the Dutchmen. Now back to the point. This one's not able to be kept in by them, and they have to reset now. We've got, it looks like 27 seconds to go now in this 4-on-4 play. The Dutchmen looking to get on the board in front there for Barber, and the Chippewas defend it well. That one is called offsides there, as they have to reset this face-off circle. It'll be in front of the Chippewa bench, and that was such a good move there by Lucas Barber, the junior from Lake Orion, leads the team in assists this year. Reagan, I can't get over the fact of how talented this Hope team is from top to bottom, as I mentioned earlier.
Yeah, this Hope team is absolutely fantastic, and it shows not only in their record, but also in the number of goals they score per game. They are averaging an incredible 6.8 goals per game.
Oh, look out. That was another beautiful move there, that time taken by Brendan Sanders to move in down low. Never got the shot off, however. Now behind the net works Colin Stecco. He'll drop it off there, intended it back to the point there, but it's met up there with his streaking defender there, number 27, Mason Weiss. Now Weiss gets tied up, defended well here by Owen Campbell and Jacob St. Andre. They're trying to work it free. Hope wins that battle, and it's Sanders taking it. One-time clapper blocked in front there by Kosnick, and he ran into his own man. It allows them to get free in front, and they couldn't get the shot off for the one-timer. Back to the point for Bazor. Down low to Gunnison. Gunnison back to Bazemore. The captain winds up. No, he doesn't. Goes to the top of the circle there for Sanders, and Rope saw it the whole way for the glove stop.
Yeah, and that's a great job by Jacob St. Andre working on Mason Weiss out in front. He's able to hold Weiss to the near side of the crease and allow Thomas Rope to get over, see that shot from the left point, and make that save.
St. Andre has been a great two-way player all year. Has to fill in on that defensive role, as you mentioned, Reagan, with a couple of defensemen out for this season. He's playing well tonight. 15 seconds to go in the Hope power play. That face-off won by the Chippewas, and they try to get it out, but Christopher Martin just flips this one to a streaking defenseman, Stamas. Stamas tried to send this one back to the slot area. It allows Simon Selly to clear this one, and that's going to end Hope's premature 40-second power play. 0 for 2 on the night are the Dutchmen, and 0 for 1 are for the Chippewas. Still scoreless here in this Vesna Cup semifinal. Offside call, and that's going to be a slash there Colin
should be a
Stecco
slash.
took it up there on Nadu, and he has to go to the box here. Stecco, frustrated there with the offside, just took Nadu, and they're not going to call a penalty
come
on
on!
that. That is wild.
You had 4 officials on the ice looking straight at
that one.
happened right in front of
Everybody in the
linesman.
building saw it, Reagan.
Oh, come on!
Oh, man, that's controversial there. 8:54 to go in this first period. We're going to stay 5-on-5 here as the faceoff will come in front of the Chippewa bench. And I'll tell you what, Reagan and the Chippewa faithful are not happy, and I don't blame them. That one was very, very controversial there from Colin Stecco.
That's absolutely ridiculous.
Now here's Stamas working in down low. The Dutchman still on the attack, out shooting the Chippewas on all fronts. Back to the point for Nolan Convertini, who winds up and takes it, but it goes wide on the near side post. Now this one taken to the corner there by Ethan Pinto. Pinto's brother Justin played on the 2018 national tournament team, and Pinto with a national championship himself last season with Hope. Now here comes Keelan Baker quickly over the line. That one's flipped into the Hope bench, and this will draw a stoppage of play. Chris Van Timmerman on that bench for Hope College picked it up. He's been with the team since the 2000-2001 season, 4-time ACHA Coach of the Year, and last year's recipient of the award. He has gotten this Hope group throughout his entire tenure ready for national tournaments, and he's done a phenomenal job. 2 national championships to his name.
Yeah, and he's in his 22nd season. This is his 20th straight winning season behind the bench for the Hope Flying Dutchmen, and he earlier this season got his 500th win as the Dutchman head coach.
Another reason why this team, not only the reigning national champion, but one of the best all-time in ACHA Division 3. Jordan Cooper now sends his puck on net. The first stop of the game there for the goaltender, Schick. And he fell down prematurely in the crease. Had a wide-open lane there was Cooper, but nobody could get there to get the shot off, and that one goes into the Hope bench.
Yeah, it looked like Schick had tripped over the post behind him, and if the Chippewas have somebody in that slot, maybe they can get a shot and get that behind Schick, but those are the type of opportunities that the Chippewas need to capitalize on. They need to take advantage of those mistakes by Hope, and they need to take advantage of those mistakes by Hope to have themselves a chance here.
Folks, we have been telling you all about the accolades of Hope College, and the reason Reagan mentions those mistakes because the Chippewas, if they want to overcome this team, need to take advantage of every mistake. And that one, and not a mistake there, a quick shot on net, another try in front of that one, just streaked wide. Hope doesn't miss on a lot of them, and they did on that one. Rofe got the save there and made that one again once for the stop. And this is really a one-sided effort right now. Hope dominating the forecheck.
Yeah, you talk about that one-sided effort. That flurry for Central Michigan a couple of minutes ago was our first shot of the hockey game.
One shot to, I can guess on my hand, 10 for the Dutchmen. Absolutely having their way right now, but still scoreless as the Chippewas have defended well. And goaltender Thomas Rofe, one of our key players of the game, has come up big through the first 13.5 minutes. Now, in their own zone, the Chippewas defend. Taken behind the net by the captain, Brendan Martin. He'll leave it there for Nadu, who's defended in. Tripped up on the play by Monas, no call. And that one will come behind the net. He might have just fallen down there, Reagan, but he gets it back on his blade. Now Nadu streaks it out, moves it to center. Porzondik lost this one on his stick. And that one flips all the way to Hope's own end boards for the icing. It'll come all the way back once again.
Yeah, you talk about how dominant this performance has been for Hope. They already have 13 shots on goal, and Thomas Rofe has turned aside every one of them, but he's had to make a couple of good saves and has even gotten lucky on some of them.
The talent level is certainly noticeable on the number one team in the country. And they will head number 1 into the national tournament. Both these teams were locked in last Sunday during the final rankings. Hope finishes at 1. Central Michigan finishes at 8. And Reagan, they will play in the same pool during the national tournament. Look out, a fan-on pass there by Luke McKinch. It allows Nadu to streak in, sends a long blue line shot on the goaltender Schick for officially the second shot. Look out, here comes Alan Hirsch taking a shot on Rofe, and he saw it the whole way with the glove. Another great stop by the veteran goaltender.
Yeah, Thomas Rofe decides to, that one looked like it was going wide from our vantage point, but a good decision by Rofe to reach out with that glove and snag it and hold on for a whistle. Slow the pace of this game down and allow his defense some rest.
Julian Johnson, the transfer from Adrian, has 2 goals so far with his time, and he lost that draw, and that shot was taken there by Brad Bazor, sent wide of the near side corner. Now that one's taken by Keegan Moore, flipped out the center. He'll streak in to pursue the defender, Logan Faustin. And Faustin has to stop on a dime behind his net and drag it. The Chippewas pressuring well. They know they have to pick up on the attacking side. But right now, the Hope Dutchmen just flying in this game, no pun intended. Here's Sanders over the line, defended well by Christopher Martin, taking him off the puck. Faustin back down low there for Hirsch. Hirsch played on that 2018 team, and this top group has been out here for a while. Stop on a dime, spin around a move there by Bazor, but he never got a shot off as he lost it to the point. It allows him to tack back in, and we're going to get a whistle here for the offside.
And great poke check there, great use of his stick there by Julian Johnson to get in that passing lane and knock that puck out to center here and force the Dutchman into a mistake here with 5:58 to go.
Brad Bazor, so skilled, the senior from Grand Rapids. 7-game point streak, 16 goals on the season, goals in 5 of his last 7 games. So dangerous all over. Not only the first line, but the second and the third. And the Chippewas defending it well. Give them credit right now against what is a fast start for the Dutchmen. Now they're trying to get fast quickly over center ice. Christopher Martin sends a puck all the way to Schick, and it forces the face-off draw in Hope's end. And that's a really smart job by Christopher Martin. Really outnumbered on that 2-on-3, Reagan. As you mentioned, trying to slow down the pace and see if they can get a face-off draw win here, maybe set something up.
Yeah, and they got to it a little bit earlier in this game with that little flurry they had with those first couple of shots, and maybe they can get some off this draw.
Moves to the near side half wall. It's sent back out to center by the Dutchman, and Keelan Baker will draw this one to send it deep. It allows Hope to regain possession, however, as up the wing quickly comes Sanders. Drop pass there intended for Colin Stecco, and a nice move by Kosnick to defend off to Dutchman. Back to Baker, now to Lasky, they tag up. Turn the puck over, and it was moving in. Mason Weiss to send it back into the deep zone. Now Jordan Cooper skates in quickly, defending there Cole Stenstrom, and he'll leave this one in their own end. Through center. Here comes, once again, Gabriel Gunnison. Lost that one on Baker, and they're going to call this one an icing.
Yeah, it was a close one, especially in that race to the dot, and Gunnison thought he had beaten his man to it, but he didn't. Fans, don't forget that the CMU Club Hockey Network YouTube channel is your one-stop shop for highlights, exclusive interviews, and full game broadcasts of CMU D3 hockey. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so never to miss a moment of Chippewa hockey. Just go to YouTube and search CMU Club Hockey Network to find the channel.
Simon Selly to draw in for the Chips, the 5th-year senior from Bensenville, Illinois. Prematurely won it, but lost it right away. Back to center, settled down there by Lasky. He'll use the forecheck, or the back hip of his body to defend off Stamas, streaking in. Now here's Simon Selly alone. Moves into the top of the right circle, sent that one wide, and Nadu streaks in with Andrew Porzondik. Back down low to Simon Selly. Missed on the touch pass board from Joey Simon Selly. Porzondik intended it, but he missed it. Sloppy passing here from the Chippewas so far. It allows Hope to come back the other way. Convertini moves quickly, tried the wraparound on Rofe, and he saw it the whole way, stopping that with the right pad. Back to the point, sent back down low there by Faustin. He'll leave it there, intended for Bull, and he lost it on his blade. Here comes Porzondik over the line. 2-on-2 with Jay Nadu. To the left circle. At the left point now takes a shot in deep, and Schick saw it the whole way for the 4th stop of the game for him. 4:05 left to go in this first period of play. Scoreless in this Vezina Cup semifinal between Central and Hope. Their first meeting in 729 days, Reagan, since that 2020 Vezina Cup final.
Yeah, and it's been a very long time in waiting. It was a 2-1, very tight game. Hope had a goal waved off in the latter seconds of that hockey game that allowed Central Michigan to pull off the upset. And it's bound to be a close one here tonight.
And you know, Reagan, historically the Chippewas have been the lower seed in these tournaments, but they have come out on top of Hope a couple of times, and that one just wide on the trying to go blocker side was Healy, sent wide. And like I just mentioned a couple of times here, just the fast-paced game of this. Neither of these teams like each other. As there's a big hit by Rychuk there on Case and Faustin. Neither team likes one another. They have had some intense rivalries, not only in the regular season, but these playoffs, Reagan. They seem to meet up with each other in the most timely of games. Now up the right wing, quickly over the line comes Kevin Healy. Stops on a dime to the high slot, intended a backhanded pass for Moniz, who never saw it the way, and it loses it to the point. Now Healy takes back over there. Gets bumped off the puck by Rydchuk. I talked with Rydchuk before this game ahead of the series preview this week, and he told me that this one is absolutely personal, and it's showing right now through the first 17 minutes, still scoreless. Hope resetting their own end, defended there, and it's taken at the center ice there, flipped back into Hope ice. Zone breakaway chance here. Quick shot on net, backhand attempt there. Rolf saw it the whole way and stopped the captain Bazemore from getting it, and the Chippewa faithful come alive once again.
What a great job by Thomas Rolf to stay with that puck. Bazemore didn't try much of a move in front of Rolf, but Rolf keeping his head up, not biting for any of the fakes, staying with it and moving to his left to make a very good left pad save there on the captain Bazemore.
Campbell to dig in for the draw, the freshman from Jackson, Michigan. Played under head coach Tyler Cataline for a year in that stint at high school. Kosnick, the battle of 13s there with Bazemore. And I'll tell you what, filling on that top line for Isaac Gibbs, he's done a great job so far defensively.
Yeah,
blocked a couple of shots.
Yeah, he certainly has been doing a great job defensively. Draw here to the right, to the left of Rolf.
Won by Hope, but they come back out to center as it's streaked past a couple of defenders. They have to dump it out, and Rolf will be there to leave it there for Lasky. Tags up there with Kosnick. Kosnick gets pursued in there by number 6, Brendan Sanders. And this one's crossed ice there in front of Hope's bench and left there for the Dutchmen. They'll send this one deep again as, look out, Jordan Cooper got roughed up in front of Hope's bench, and that's going to cause a penalty there coming up to Cooper. Man, you can't be taking bad penalties like that in a huge game. He's going to go to the box now for the second time tonight.
Yeah, Cooper's not happy about it. Thinks he was the one that got fouled in that exchange, but he's going to have to take a sit in the sin bin here. 17:38 on here in this first period.
Hope's third power play of the night, 0 for 2 so far on a full advantage and a 40-second advantage. And right now the Chippewas have to dig in and block some shots in front. Hope it's just a matter of time before they can get one in past Thomas Rolf. Lucas Barber takes a shot, but it's blocked in front there by Brendan Martin. Sends it the length of the ice. Hope has to reset their end. Turned over on the puck by Brendan Martin. Doing a great job working both ends of the ice. The captain knows the stakes. Turned it over again. Took a shot on net and just turned it wide on the blocker side of Schick. Great job by the captain.
And great job by the Chippewas here just to get control of the puck, bring it back into their own zone. They're going to lift it out to center here, but that forces Hope to regroup, and they're going to do it again with a clearance there by Charlie Hayes.
No shot on the net so far in the 40 seconds of this power play for Hope. Right now in a tie game, 1:37 to go in this first period of play. Still scoreless in this Vezina Cup semifinal, as behind us Michigan and Grand Valley State play in a scoreless game as well. 7:25 to go in their first period. We'll keep you updated all night long of the scores of that one, because the winner of both these games will go to the Vezina Cup final here from Griff's IceHouse West tomorrow night. And the stakes couldn't be higher as these teams get ready for a national tournament run in St. Louis in 3 weeks' time. Here comes Hope quickly over the line. Stecco trying to start the attack here. Sends it off the end boards. An intended pass for Mason Weiss. Goes intended there, bumped off by Ben Rydchuk. And it's back to the point here. Quick shot, no, by Connison. He lifts it back down low. Tic-tac-toe play, and Rolf got it. It looked like it would have been in the net, and Rydchuk just came in there and bailed over Sanders in front of the net, and I believe they thought that puck was in for a moment.
Where is that puck?
Rolf gloved it down just over his blocker side. They were trying to get it in front of the net. Gunnison made a nice touch pass to his forward at the top of the bottom of the right circle. Sent in front there for Sanders, and he thought it was in, but we stay scoreless here. 30 seconds to go in their power play. That was their first shot on the netminder Rolf, this power play. And that's important because Rolf, getting comfortable in this one, has faced almost double-digit shots in this game.
Yeah, and Rolf, that one caught right about the ankle of his pad, right where the toe meets the rest of it. And it was a lucky save for him.
Bazemore and Gunnison go D-to-D here. Gunnison rhymes up for the one-timer, and that one is saved there by Rolf off his chest protector. Weiss back to the point for Gunnison. Looked like he wanted to take another clapper and waited. Stecco will move gingerly through the high slot area. Back down low to Bazemore at the right circle. Back to the high slot for Gunnison. Over in there to Sanders, and he never got the shot off as he lost it in his skates. And that ends the power play for Hope. 19 seconds to go in the first. Great job by the Chippewas defending.
What a great job there for the Chippewas, and they got Rofe moving on that play as we've got a stoppage here. May have been too many men against Hope, or it may have just been the net was knocked off.
It looked like it was for the net. The Schick fell down in that crease area as streaking in was Jordan Cooper to take that puck away off the bench. 13 seconds to go in this first period. The Chippewas have defended well. It's been all Hope in the attacking zone, but the Chippewas, give them credit, as we've mentioned so far all this period, staking off 3 Hope power plays. Now a face-off draw here for Owen Campbell. Won it, got it back to Cooper with 10 seconds to go in the period. At the far side half wall, here's Kosnick. Back down low for Cooper. Tied up in the boards by a couple of defenders, and that'll do it for 20 minutes of play here through the first period. Scoreless in this Vezina Cup semifinal. Dangerous chances by notable forwards Bazor, Gunnison, and Barber for Hope, but to no avail as the Chippewas will go to the break here and we'll get ready to resume play. Reagan Cleves will have you for the first intermission report presented by SeaMitchIceHockey.com. Stay with us. You're watching the Vezina Cup semifinal here on CCHN.
Reagan Cleves bringing it back here ringside at Griff's IceHouse West as the Central Michigan Chippewas somehow are tied with the Hope Flying Dutchmen after 20 minutes of play. Power plays in that first period Hope went 0 for 3 while Central Michigan went 0 for 1. They had an abbreviated power play early in that one, only about 40 seconds, which before Jordan Cooper was whistled off at 9 minutes for interference. But the Chippewas have been stranded inside their own zone the entire night. Hope has outshot Central Michigan 26-5 in these first 20 minutes, and it's been all. The action's been all in the Hope zone, but Chippewas have gotten a couple of opportunities, including a flurry of shots that had the netminder Schick placed behind his net. He had fallen, and Chippewas had an opportunity, but nobody could grab the puck in the slot and jam it home, and thus we sit at 0-0. There was a late scare in the Chippewa end down behind us late in that first period where Thomas Rove had the puck stuck under his right pad, and it looked like it might have gone in. Hope had thought it went in, but referees waved it off, and the puck stayed out, and Central Michigan and Hope are tied at the end of one. Taking a look at our out-of-town scoreboard, all the Central Michigan hockey teams have ended their campaign outside of Central Michigan, outside of the D3 team. The D2 team ended their run last week, and the the women's team did so as well against Northern Michigan. Taking a look at the out-of-town scoreboard for the CMU varsity sports, softball took on Maryland and won 5-4. That game ended earlier today. Track and field took part in the Mid-American Conference Championships at 10:45 a.m. in Kent, Ohio. Women's golf taking on the Western Michigan Broncos at the Rio Verde Collegiate Invitational. That one's actually down in Rio Verde, Arizona at the Country Club in the aforementioned town. Men's baseball took on Western Kentucky at 4 p.m. down in Bowling Green, Kentucky. And then softball is also taking on Coastal Carolina at 4:30 as part of the Coastal Carolina Chanticleer Showdown. That is all here on this Friday, but tomorrow there's some softball. North Carolina A&T and Monmouth for the women, and then baseball is also taking on Western Kentucky as well. That'll do it for our first intermission report. Devin Sarah will have the call for you when we get back. The second period here on CCHN of the MCHC Conference Semifinals is coming up next. Scoreless after one, your score from Griff's IceHouse West.
Second period action ahead of us here in the Vezina Cup semifinal between Central Michigan and Hope College. Right now, scoreless in this one. Hope leading in the shot total category 26-5. And folks, it's a wonder this game is still scoreless. It really isn't because of goaltender Thomas Rofe, who has been phenomenal, as you talked about, Reagan. We want to give a score update really quick in the other Vezina Cup semifinal game going on across from us here on the red rink here at Griff's IceHouse West. Grand Valley State right now on top of the Michigan Wolverines 1-0 after the first. They are in their intermission. And right now, Grand Valley State came into tonight as the number one team in the country, hoping them have been 1-2 all season. And right now, those two are holding on right now in these ones. And we're going to resume action here. Second period starts. We'll flip the ice left to right. The Chippewas come in that maroon and gold trim. And on the right, Hope in their blue, or rather navy blue, orange and white trim. We're underway. Initial draw won by Hope once again. Reagan, they have been dominating the face-off category tonight.
Yeah, I can count maybe 2 Central Michigan face-off wins here in this hockey game, and it's been all Hope, like in the face-off circle, as it has been all over the ice. Now look out.
Look out. Over the line quickly. Here comes Hope over the line. He'll leave it there to the slot area on shot by Moniz, and that one took the feet in front by Case and Faustin. Great job moving in by the goaltender, Rofe, to position well and stop that one. 19:25 left in this second, already on the rush. This one sent the length of the ice onto the goaltender, Schick, and streaking in was Cooper, who absolutely wipes the goaltender, Schick, with ice, and the defender didn't like that one, Bull. I don't blame him, man. That looked like it could have been a little bit more.
Yeah, I don't blame him either. That was a... That's something that you typically don't want to see from a netminder. On a netminder as coming in was Jordan Cooper. He snows the netminder. Although it didn't look like the snow hit him at all, it's still something that defensemen typically take offense at, and that was no exception there.
Hope College, as we mentioned tonight on this broadcast, the reigning national champions from last season. 14 returning players from that team this year, and 3 of them were on the 2018 national tournament. And from top to bottom, we talked about all night how star-studded this lineup is. Proving it here tonight, Thomas Rofe has been phenomenal. They've been ranked first each of the last 2 seasons. And Reagan, really for a team that, coming off of a COVID-shortened year, you would think, as this one's whistled down for an icing, you would think kind of not prematurely that this team wouldn't be able to repeat, but this has all the makings of a team that looks like they're the favorites going into the national tournament.
Yeah, and they've been phenomenal all year, and they haven't lost since March 26th of 2021. And on that last icing, the Chippewas bench not very happy about it, as it looked like Hope may have been able to get to that puck, but let it go by him.
Tie up in the near side corner there, won by Hope. Trying to flip it out to center ice was Charlie Hayes. Taken over here by Simon Selly. Nice moves by the captain, Brad Bazor, to keep on the attack. But he's pickpocketed there by Simon Selly, who moves it over to Porzanic. Porzanic gets it down low in Hope's zone. Chippewas will change out. Coming here, the defensive pairings, Lasky and Baker. Trying to move in was Porzanic. The battle of the fives there with Nicholas Stamas, and he lost that one. Here's over the line, Brendan Sanders. I just spoke with his father a little bit earlier, and he was telling me about how well this team and Sanders, his son himself, has played this year, really coming into his own. The senior from Midland Dow, alumni of Midland Down High School, who are on a good run right now in the MHSAA high school playoffs. Now here's over the line, Bazor, the captain. He'll move wide with it, go to the center of the zone, and that one, streaking the right pad, was Thomas Rofe. What a save, the biggest of the game tonight.
Yeah, and on shorter goaltenders, that move would work, but Thomas Rofe uses all of his length in those legs to stretch out the right pad, keep it along the ice, and make that save, keeping the game scoreless.
Oh my goodness, how good is that? Thomas Rofe, behind Schick, probably arguably the best goaltender in ACHA Division III. And right now he's proven it tonight, saving right now 29 shots on 29. And gosh, you got to think at some point he's got to hope his team helps him out here. Here's Jordan Cooper trying to do just that. Sent it in front there for Owen Campbell, but it didn't streak quick enough to him to get it to the crease area. Now over the line quickly is Ethan Pinto. Pinto made a wraparound move on Costing, but it was defended well. Here's Hope, though, attacking in the zone. Taken away here by Owen Campbell, who gets decked at center ice. Left it there for Cooper. Took the shot on Shaken. He didn't handle it initially, and Costing moved into streak. And you know what, Reagan? The Chippewas on, I can guess, 6 shots tonight now, have made it tough on Schick. He hasn't handled every single shot, and that's uncharacteristic for the .949 goaltender save percentage for him this season. He's labeled as the best in the ACHA right now, but he's struggled on the short amount of shots he's seen.
And part of that, part of how high his save percentage is the fact that he doesn't see a ton of shots. And I was talking with the goaltending staff, Joel Drucker, along with Colin Smith and Thomas Rofe before the game. They're talking, this guy doesn't have a ton of shots to his record, and it kind of shows.
Here's St. Andre trying to get in down low on the feed from Simon Selly, and it's pickpocketed there by the Dutchman. Over the line is Lucas Barber. One-timer for Gunnarsson, and that one was blocked in front. Great job by Jay Nadu to move in there. Now back to the point for Barber. Barber, drop pass there, up for the wing to Sanders. In front, they score! Case and Faustin on the back door. One time's in home past the blocker. Rolf has been phenomenal so far, but he couldn't get that one. Hope has the lead right now in this one.
Yeah, that was a rough one. It was bound to happen for the Hope Flying Dutchmen here. They have been crashing the net all night, and they finally take advantage of one of the rebounds that Thomas Rofe lets up, and that's another rebound, that goal that gets the better of Thomas Rofe. He had one of those against the Lawrence Tech Blue Devils, and it strikes him again here. It's 1-0 Hope.
Kason Faustin, the freshman defenseman from Okemos, Michigan, played with his brother Logan, who was on this team as well at Okemos High School. He last scored against Western Michigan on January 14th. He averaged almost 2 points per game during his time at Okemos High School. And right now named to second team All-Conference West in the MCHC. Has his team up by 1 for his 3rd goal of the season. Great job. Really, that was kind of predicted, Reagan, because of the forecheck. At some point, you'd had to think they would punch it home. They announced here on the PA the goal scored. Ashton Bull will get the assist on that one here. And right now, here comes Hope once again in the attack, trying to repeat on goals. Bull gets now officially his 17th assist on the season to put his point total at 22. There's one again. They score. Gabriel Gunnarsson in the low slot area. Just like that, in less than 2 minutes, Hope answers once again.
Yeah, 25 seconds apart, those goals, and that shows you how lethal the Flying Dutchman offense is. That one's just a beautiful shot from the slot there, past the glove of Thomas Rofe, and Gunnarsson firing that puck into the bottom right corner of the net, puts the Dutchman up 2-0 here on goals 25 seconds apart.
Gunnarsson, the third-year junior from Rockford, Michigan, was named first-team All-Conference West, MCHC Dream Team, and now has an 8-game point streak, points in all but 2 games this season for his 17th goal of the season. 1 of 10 players averaging over a point per game this year. Folks, you just saw why Hope is the #1 team in the nation. So dangerous, and being able to score on a dime just like that. And the Chippewas have to quickly answer and get themselves back in this one. Here's Brad Bazemore, the captain, wrapping around, tripped up prematurely by Campbell. Or rather, he probably just lost that in his skates, moving quickly in. And right now, he lost that one. As here come the Chippewas the other way. Really, you can just tell right now, Reagan, the Chippewas are a step behind.
Yeah, they're a step behind, and that shows on both of those goals. Both of those goals from Faustin and Gunnarsson, they were wide open in the slot, and that's just a lapse in coverage by the Central Michigan Chippewas as they trail now 2-0 here to the Hope Flying Dutchmen.
Faceoff will come back inside Hope's zone. 14:58 left to go in this second period of play. Hope with the last 2 goals in less than the last 2 minutes here from Kason Faustin and Gabriel Gunnarsson to give them the 2-0 advantage here. Central only has 8 shots in this hockey game to Hope's unofficially 34. And with the 2-0 lead, they finally prove their might in their own zone. Bazor flips this one back out to center. Christopher Martin has to peel in and take it back. He's got defenders with him. Simon Selly. He'll send this one for a long stretch pass intended for Borzanic, taken away by Bazor, and allows Hope to change. Really, Reagan, you can tell the Chippewas are not playing their game right now. They're trying to play that dump-and style chase of play, just trying to get anything they can in front of the net, and it hasn't worked out for them.
Yeah, it really hasn't worked out for them. They've been playing on the back foot all afternoon. And it really shows here with those two quick goals by Faustin and Gunnison, both from the slot and both wide open shots off of, one of them was off a rebound, one of them was a nice pass out in front.
Here's now in his own zone, taking it, Nicholas Stamas at the half wall. Tied up there with Jacob St. Andre. Chippewas trying to answer, and that battle's won by the Hope Dutchmen. On 2-on-2, here's Bull. Left to drop pass there for Weiss. He'll take that one on net, and that one was saved one time there by Rofe. That one now comes to the near side corner inside the Chippewa zone. Back down low. Here's a shot by Gunnison in front. Rebound chance, and that one streaks wide on the glove side. Dangerous once again. Tic-tac-toe plays, creating traffic in front, screening the goaltender, the 6'2 senior Rofe. Back to the point here for Convertini, who in front left it there. Intended for Stecco, didn't get a shot. Back to the point. Blocked in front there by Borzanic on the third shot from the point. And that one finally comes free out the center by Nadu and allowed the Chippewas to change.
Those are a couple of good confidence saves for Thomas Rope, though he hasn't played horribly. It's good to get another save under your belt after letting up those two quick goals.
Quickly over the line once again. Here come the Dutchmen. Max Simone is the leading goal scorer. Drop pass there to the low slot area. Now up top. Here's Kaysen Faustin looking for another one. Sent that one wide glove side. Back to the point here. This one streaks all the way back to the Chippewa end, and it's one on the race there. Hope a step ahead right now in all facets of this one. So fast in transition. And once again, they move through center. Here's Faustin again. Up top. Takes a shot from the high slot. Rebound chance. They score! Kevin Healy on the rebound chance from the left circle. Puts it past the blocker side of Rofe. Hope, 3 unanswered goals lead this one.
That's an unfortunate one as that hit a player out in front on the defense. That the initial shot from the right wing circle was blocked. It came right to Healy in the left wing circle, and he snapped it past Thomas Rofe. It's 3-0 for the Flying Dutchman.
Kevin Healy, as we mentioned, the third-year junior from Rockford, now on a 16-game point streak and 9 goals across his past 9 games, averaging almost 2 points per game. And Healy right now assisted there by Faustin, his second point of the night so far with a goal and assist, dominating in this one over the Chippewas with 12:35 to play. Hope leading 3-0 in this Vesna Cup semifinal. And right now having their way with the Chips. Dominating the puck possession, shot totals. The Chippewas want to come back in this one. They have to turn the ice quickly. Once again in the attacking zone, here comes Hope. It's Colin Stecco at the near side half wall, defended by Jordan Cooper. He'll wrap around with this one, left it there on the drop pass for Gunnison. Gunnison will turn wide with it, sent in front for Stecco. He never got a shot off, and it streaks all the way back down to Central's end. Winning that race, however, is the brother of Kaysen, Logan Faustin, although they're going to call this one an icing as it looked like Campbell actually won that race. And they're going to send this face-off back to Hope's end.
That one looked a little bit close to call that icing, but it is what it is. 11:59 to go here in the second period. Those 3 Hope goals were scored in a matter of 3 minutes and 40 seconds, Devin, and it's been that just shows you how quickly they can strike. They're one of the most high-powered offenses in the American Collegiate Hockey Association, and just how quickly they can strike there. And if you're Central Michigan, you need to win. You need to get this next goal in order to have a chance at winning.
Both of these teams had 3 players named to MCHC All First Teams, and 2 players each named to the MCHC Dream Team. Well, I'll tell you what, as you mentioned how dominant Hope has been, undefeated team, #1 in the nation. Really, for Central Reagan, it's showing. What has to happen for the Chippewas right now to turn this around?
Really, they just need to get their feet moving. I know they're playing a fast-paced game here against a very high-powered Hope offense, but they really need to get the next goal, but in order to do that, they need to not get caught in transition by the Flying Dutchmen as this one's sent, and Rofe makes the stoppage of play there with 11:36 to go. They just need to settle things down, regroup defensively, and be able to get that next goal.
You have a feeling, right, it'll just take one as the Chippewa faithful, as we mentioned all night, loud here.
Brad Basor's headed to the box.
My goodness, Reagan, you're right.
I don't know.
So it looks like a power play could come up. We didn't see what the penalty was for. It was inside the Chippewa end, and it looked like Basor had it on his stick. It perhaps was interfered with the player somehow, but nonetheless, a huge opportunity coming up here for the Chippewas. It'll be their second power play of the night, and they start up with it. Here's Brendan Martin over to the blue line to Charlie Hayes, who set one in front with traffic, and Simon Selly tried to get the tip in front. Schick saw it the whole way for the easy stop and will force the face-off.
Yeah, and we never really got a signal from the referee there, but the Chippewas on the power play nonetheless. Basor in the box, and a good first start to that power play there for the Chippewas, getting a shot on Schick.
Well, you have to think, Reagan, this is a must-score power play right now for the Chips. They have to find a way to get back in this game, at least get more shots on the goaltender, Schick. They have, 10 on the game right now? With that last one, lethal. Here comes Jay Nadeau. Back to the point for Brendan Martin. Martin will wait with it, gives it to Hayes. He'll tag up D-to-D. Brendan Martin, the captain, waits, shoots, turns, and that one just sent wide Brocker's side. That one, another chance in front. Rebound for Simon Selly, and Schick saw it both times. It allows Hope to reset and get traffic out in front to set it up all the way rink wide for the clear.
Two really good opportunities there for the Chippewas. Schick doesn't face a ton of shots, and it kind of showed there. He had a couple of shots that a goaltender with a little bit more experience may have played differently. Now look
how
out.
short-handed. He's got Jordan Cooper up the wing. Andrew Porzanik had to go in the last game and took that one, but it was blocked in front there by the streaking defender, Nicholas
Jordan
Tomas.
Cooper free on the left wing there.
Chippewas need to play as a team here. This team has to play perfect if they want a chance getting back into it. It allows Hope to clear it all the way the length of the ice. And you're right, Reagan. We saw that a couple times in Lawrence Tech. Individual efforts that worked for Andrew Porzanik. He had a great breakaway goal, but this one he has to see his options there if he wants to score on that one. Jacob Kosnick now turns on the bottom of the right circle. Will wrap around, trying to go in front there for Cooper, and he jams away at it, but he's defended well there by the streaking defender, Nolan Convertini, to allow the stop for Schick.
And that's a good play behind the net there by Owen Campbell to try and feed that out in front for Cooper, but it ends up going off the side of the net and popping up into the air for Schick. That's a rough one there, as it's a close call there for the Hope netminder as he's able to corral that puck.
Face off to the near side circle inside Hope's zone. It's won by the Dutchmen, and they clear this one the length of the ice. 30 seconds to go in this Chippewa power play. So far with 3 shots on the netminder, Schick. They've made it tough, but still scoreless right now in this one, down 3-0. And right now, halfway in the point of this game, need to find a way to come back. Here's Christopher Martin skidding in. Defended well there by Nicholas Tomas, and he sends this one once again the length of the ice. That's going to end the Chippewas power play in 6 seconds. They'll go 0 for 2 on the night as Owen Campbell stops on a dime, defends well against Gunnison. And really, that power play so timely for the Chips, unsuccessful. They're going to try nonetheless. Andrew Porzanik gets slashed, and that's going to draw another penalty coming up here to Gabriel Gunnison on that one. Porzanik had it slashed out of his stick at center ice, and that's going to send the Chippewas to back-to-back power plays here. That's huge.
Yeah, that's a huge penalty taken there by Gabe Gunnison, and that'll give the Chippewas another power play, virtually a 4-minute power play of the Chippewas.
Reagan, this is the top power play group. Once again, Simon Selly, Nadeau, and Porzanik. They're going to look probably to get somewhere to Porzanik at the low slot area, as I'd imagine they have to create traffic. Here's Porzanik now. Stops and waits at the top of the left circle. Cross ice intended for Nadeau, but it trickles around, bounces all the way to Hayes. Now that one's taken away. Defended well there by Lucas Barber. Not able to get it out. In front there for Simon Selly, and he couldn't see it behind his stick. That one bounces in front again for Simon Selly, and that time he got a shot off, but streaking the right pad was Schick. Here's Simon Selly again. He'll turn wide with it to the right circle. Defended there by Moniz. He'll wrap all the way around with it. Poke check there by number 65, Ashton Bull, and it allows Lucas Barber to send this one out. No, he doesn't. Chippewas keep it in. Here's Simon Selly tagging up with Nadu, and that one was once again trying to attempt clear by Barber. It allows them to come on the rush. Quick shot on net, blocked in front by Brendan Martin. He'll send this one up to Owen Campbell, who drops it there for Nadu. Miscommunication at center ice as it forces Nadu to dump and chase, and the Chippewas will have to change.
And Chippewas had a couple of good opportunities in that instance, but they were unable to get anything going as they were able to keep the puck, but they weren't able to get a ton of shots off of those opportunities, and that's going to cost them as they go on.
Yeah, you're right. And really, Reagan, now the matter of the game is how much time do you have left? And how many of these opportunities can you count on your hand will be quality chances that you can score. They have to capitalize on it. Now it's a critical point where the Chippewas almost have to play perfect, you'd think, to come back in this one. 47 seconds to go in their power play. Jacob St. Andre up the wing to Jacob Kosnick, who's filling in on the top line for the injured Isaac Gibbs. Kosnick skates wide with it. He'll leave it there for Cooper at the near side. Now to Kosnick in the corner. Kosnick will just go back up top for Christopher Martin. Back down low to Cooper. Cross ice for St. Andre. Winds up for the shot. Blocked in front there by Nolan Convertini, laying the body out. Saved it for him. 22 to go in the Chippewas power play. They're still on the attack. Here's back to the point. Jacob St. Andre tags up with Martin. Martin takes a shot on net, and Schick saw it the whole way with the glove. No traffic as look out. We could see extra here from Cooper.
And that's an easy save there by Schick. Martin drew the screens off of him by moving to the left, but then doubled back to his right, allowing the lane to open up, and Schick was able to see that puck all the way with 13 seconds left, holds on for the whistle.
And credit to Hope for not biting on that play, trying to get their defenders drawn out by these Chippewa forwards. They're staying tall in front and confident with their netminder when the shots do come to them. Now 10 seconds to go in the power play. Martin over to St. Andre. Christopher Martin once again ties up, and that one's blocked in front there by Alan Hirsch. Using the body. Power play will end, but here's Owen Campbell winding up, and that one went off the blade of the defending Cole Stenstrom, and this one will whistle it for the face-off. Third power play of the night ends for the Chippewas. So we got a public dress announcement here for a couple of dogs, as it's not Pets Night here at the Griff's IceHouse West, and the crowd doesn't like that one, booing the PA announcer here. You know, this is a huge crowd here tonight, Reagan, and responsibly show for not only the Hope faithful, but also the Chippewas who traveled well for this one.
Yeah, Chippewas did indeed travel well. Simon Selly to dig in for the draw here.
He'll be up there against Alan Hirsch. And he won it. Simon Selly did. Got it back down low. Simon Selly, rebound chance, and Nadu couldn't get it quick enough to get that one in the back door. Now over to Lasky. Takes this puck away at the near side half wall. The Chippewas stepping up in their play here, playing much more quickly. Now they're taking this puck away from Hope. Great job there. Keeping it in was Andrew Porzondik. He'll defend the other number 5, Nicholas Tomas, off it. Nadu bumps a player off the puck. That was the captain, Bazor. And you have to think if the Chippewas want to get back in this one, they also have to play physical, and they're doing that.
And they're doing that as Nadu checks Bazor.
The quick Brad Bazor takes a shot near side, and it's blockered away by Rofe. He'll get it back to the high slot. Dekes one player one time. Up top there, intended a shot in front. No, it went back down low there. That's a design by Awerda and Stamas, and he couldn't get it on time for the one-timer. Now Stamas, drop pass there. It's tied up in the corner. Now it's Simon Selly defending in there. Quickly moves the Dutchman, Alan Hirsch with it. Back up top, quick shot on Rofe, and that one's turned aside wide. Up top to the point once again there. Taken down on the ice, a trio of players. Weirda with Nadu and his own forward Bazor, and it allows the Chippewas to regain possession. Rychuk dumps this puck into Schick, and he's trying to force it. Look out! Schick played the puck, and Rychuk almost had a chance to get it there. Look out! Breakaway chance for Moniz! Near side, he scores! Max Moniz on the breakaway. Trickles it through the wickets of Thomas Rofe, and makes this one just like that, 4-0 in favor of the Dutchmen.
We talked about how good Hope was in transition, and that shows it right there. A pass up to the blue line. Moniz was in all alone, and with their 4th goal of the period, it's now 4-0 Hope, and that goes back. We thought Schick might have been a little bit crazy coming out of that net, but in turn that allows his team to start that rush up the other way, and that leads to a goal.
It's Max Moniz, the fifth-year senior from Portage, Michigan. The leading goal scorer extends his lead. Team leader in goals. Look out, Rychuk's talking to players here. Fans aren't happy with this one, but Moniz.
Gazdecki had the stick slashed out of his hands there. Again, not sure. These referees seem to be letting a lot go in regards.
Here's Hope once again. Shot saved there by the right pad of Rolf, that one. And up top, Ashton Bull has to take this away. Bazor will get the assist as well as Schick for that long stretch pass up the way to Moniz. We're going to get a whistle here.
It's going to be offsides here against Hope. But yeah, that
you know what? Sorry, Ray. You know what the scary part is about Max Moniz? Leader in goals, leader in points, 49 in the year, 1.78 points per game average. He didn't even play on the last year's national championship Hope team. And can you imagine how dangerous this team is with him? I mean, it's showing here tonight right now on up top for on the Chippewas. Nice move by Kosling, though, trying to answer and try to go near side. But, I mean, you and I have talked all the pregame, all game long about how dominant Hope is. It's shown here, but it's more of the Chippewas getting better in the second period, having more opportunities in front, rebound chances, trying to go for that dirty goal, but it hasn't capitalized for them.
And those going for those rebounds with Central Michigan getting better, they've been caught out in transitions here, and that's allowed Hope to get a couple of good opportunities.
Brendan Martin, the captain, claps this one away, negated after that chance was unsuccessful for the Chips, and really it has been about the zone entries tonight, right, Reagan? And
yeah,
the tongue twister fact is that Hope, as well as we talk about their offense, they really are well defensively, and case in point by Schick not facing too many shots this year, or at least on average not having to save nearly as much as probably Thomas Rofe did. But look out, here's Owen Campbell, one-on-one with Ashton Bull. He's got a streaking. Jordan Cooper winds up, and that one's seen the whole way by Schick. Look out, Jordan Cooper barreled into the goaltender, and it's going to cause some extracurriculars here in front. Cooper's in there, dragging the pads there with, it looks like, number 15, Gabriel Gunnison. You got to keep your composure here. They still need Cooper for the national tournament in 3 weeks' time.
Yeah, and I really don't think that's Cooper's fault. He's just crashing the net. The whistle wasn't blown for a bit, and, I mean, there's nothing wrong with Cooper doing that. It's more the fact that he came in so close to the netminder and bumped into him here.
So 4:53 to go here. Hope leading 4-0 in this Vesna Cup semifinal. The winner of this game will go on to the Vesna Cup final tomorrow night here from Griff's IceHouse West in Holland, Michigan. The Chippewas, if they want any chance of that one tomorrow, they'll need a large comeback here tonight. Give you a little bit of a score update across the way. Grand Valley State up top on Michigan in the second period, 3-0. The Lakers, the number 2 team in the country, Reagan, have been dominant with Hope all season, and they're showing it tonight, looking at right now a Hope versus Grand Valley matchup in the Vesna Cup final.
And that should be a good one. 2 of the top teams in the nation.
Now quickly, here come the Dutchmen attacking. Nolan Convertini left it down low to the end boards for Ethan Pinto. Couldn't handle it, and now comes to the near side corner. Tied up here by a couple of players, dumped out to center, and the Dutchmen clear this one to the net, and that one taken there by Cole Stenstrom. Trying to redirect it in front. Hope on the attack. Shot on rope. Second chance opportunity. Saved twice. Convertini has it. Back to the point here. Relentless attack from Lucas Barber this time, and allow one player to change and come out on the attack. 3:54 to go in this second period right now. The Dutchmen having their way once again with the Chippewas late. Nadu lost an edge there and fell all the way to his back, to the delight of the Hope faithful. And now in their own end, we'll try to take it here on the attack again. Defended well there by Nadu, coming back on the play. Simon Selly left it there, and he'll have to wrap it around. Pitching it was the defenseman shooting that one. That was Brad Bazor, the captain, and that one saved near side by Rofe. This one turned away. Bezo with a nice move to the low slot, and that one turned wide. Man, how many times have we seen that? Look out. It's going to get some more here. We got players bailing into the near side corner here. Player went down. We didn't see who it was. Oh, no. This one's going to lead to some more, Reagan.
And it's probably going to be a penalty on Jacob St. Andre, barreling his man into the corner. That got everybody up on their feet along with the ensuing scrum. 3:19 to go here in the second period. If you're looking for pictures of CMU hockey, look no further than Instagram. The fantastic Tristan Hagenstein takes some great pictures, and the best of them can be found on the Instagram at Tristan Hagenstein Photography.
Great timing with the ad wheel, by the way, Reagan. What is
we missed it a little bit earlier.
What is an uncanny play? Jacob St. Andre involved in a hard collision at the near side corner. Looks like over there getting up is Alan Hirsch, the fifth-year senior. Jacob St. Andre from Riverview, Michigan. Had the overtime winner in the district semifinal against Lawrence Tech. And he's going to go to the box for that one. And that'll lead to another Dutchman power play coming up for that one. And that was one they didn't need, really, but it looks like the tempers are starting to flow over for the Chippewas.
Yeah, frustration with that giving up of 4 goals will lead to stupid penalties like that, and I'm assuming it's going to be a boarding on Jacob St. Andre. We'll await the announcement on the penalties.
I believe they're going to send, though, Hirsch to the box as well for the
probably for what happened afterwards.
The ensuing scrum, right? So,
but the biggest penalty to watch, because Hayden Flynn's also in the box for the Chippewas across the way. So what the thing is to watch what the penalty is on Jacob St. Andre.
3:19 to go in this second period. Hope on top of the Chippewas in this Vesna Cup semifinal, 4-0. After periodic goals tonight scored by Case and Faustin, Brad Bazor, Max Moniz, and Kevin Healy individually, as Reagan's score chart is absolutely littered in favor of the Dutchmen tonight, the number 1 team in the nation.
Yeah, they scored 4 goals in a matter of 10 minutes.
Reagan, it's notable to point that these teams will see each other once again. They were selected in the same Group A pool for the national tournament. It's going to be, quickly here, we'll get to our point later, Jacob St. Andre given a 5-minute major penalty for that boarding on Alan Hirsch. And that one, the referees might be talking about throwing St. Andre out of the game now, right, Reagan?
I don't know. Maybe they're saying he's gone, maybe a 5 in a game, and Dalton Sutherland is talking with the officials. He's not happy about something, trying to get an explanation in front of that Central Michigan penalty box across the way.
Well, as we are finishing our point, they will play in Pool A, Central will, with Hope College, Iowa State, ranked at number 9 in the nation, and the United States Coast Guard hockey team, ranked officially 15th in the nation, Reagan, or 16th, excuse me. That's an interesting pool, thinking about Iowa State, who has strong teams at both the Division II and Division III level, and Hope obviously favored in that pool to advance, but it'll be interesting to see when these teams meet again in St. Louis what the results will be.
That certainly will be, and hopefully Central Michigan can do a little bit better here in that game.
Now a 5-minute all-you-can-eat power play, not sponsored by Golden Corral, coming up here for Hope for that 5-minute boarding call to Jacob St. Andre. Up top to the point, taken here by Lucas Barber. Over to the wing to Ashton Bull. Bull will skate it down low. Left it there with Ethan Pinto. He'll leave it over there for the most recent goal scorer, Max Moniz. Look out, breakaway chance coming up for Cooper. Missed pass here to the left side, goes, shoots, and that one he turned aside wide, glove side on Schick, and Jordan Cooper had his best chance of the night right there, shorthanded. This one stays 4-0. Dumped deep into the zone there by Brendan Martin. Owen Campbell thought about streaking in on Ashton Bull, but he went back for the change, as they will have to continue this penalty kill.
Yeah, that's a missed opportunity there for Central Michigan with that breakaway.
Lucas Barber turned away by Keegan Moore. Gets it back down low to Moniz, however, and Moniz got it all the way back to Barber once again at the point. Back down low to the far side corner. Tags up. Barber over to Bowl. He'll leave it there over the wing to Moniz, who takes a shot, and Rolf made the initial save. Rebound comes to the near side corner. Whacked away at by Brendan Martin, but he can't get it out. Now here's Ben Rychuk. Loses an edge and allows Hope to keep it in, but Keegan Moore found that puck and sent it back to center himself. This one taken again by Hope. Only one shot on this power play, 1:54 to go in the second. They'll have this one for the entirety of the remainder of the period. Winding up on the shot there was number 19, Kevin Healy. Had a goal tonight as well, and that one turned aside wide.
And the thing is, with 3:20 left in this 5-minute major, Central Michigan cannot come back to full strength before that clock runs out. So they're stuck on a 5-on-4 for the next 3:10.
Here's Gabriel Gunnison. Left it up the wing there for Moniz. He'll skate wide with it. Turned aside there by Brendan Martin and sent in front. Rebound chance. It scores. Traffic in front once again. It's Gabriel Gunnison scoring his second of the night. And Hope takes the commanding 5-0 lead in this one.
And that's a rough one out in front of Thomas Rofe. And nothing really he can do about that. Puck's bouncing out in front of him. He loses sight of it, and it ends up behind him. It's 5-0.
The Brendan Martin skates back to the bench. That's Gabe Gunnison's 18th of the year. As we mentioned earlier, named to the MCHC Dream Team this season. First team All-Conference West. 2-game goal streak, 8-game point streak. And really, as the story has been all night long, continuing the trend for the Dutchmen. And they will continue on the power play from that boarding call to St. Andre. With 1:03 left to go in this second period. The Dutchmen had 3 in the first and 2 right now in the second, looking for another. Having their way with the Chippewas on all facets here in this Vezina Cup semifinal. Played behind the net, in front there, a quick shot. That one might have been blocked in front by Baker, and it comes to the near side corner. This one sent the length of the ice by Simon Selly, and Schick will have to rope this one around and settle it there for Gabriel Gunnison. Now Gunnison turns aside one player, turns aside two, skates quickly through center to the low slot area, trying to deke his way through on an individual effort, and he's knocked off the puck by Alex Lasky using the body. 25 to go in the period. 2:05 in this all-you-can-eat power play. Hope in the attacking zone still, but it's cleared away by Owen Campbell with a nice cheer from the Chippewa faithful. 14 left in the second, and you got to think on that bench. Now it's just about game management, Reagan. You're down 5 goals going into the third period. It would take a nothing short of a miracle to come back. 3 seconds left. Here's Hope with one more shot on the net. It's loose in front, and that one saved twice by Rofe to send us to the break here. And that'll do it for 40 minutes of play. Stay with us. I'll have intermission report here presented by SandwichIceHockey.com as we sit right now in the Vezina Cup semifinal. Central Michigan right now in a lackluster performance against the number 1 team in the nation, the Hope College Dutchmen, on top 5-0. Stay with us. You're watching Central Michigan Hockey here on CCHN. Back with you here inside the Griff's IceHouse West ahead of third period action here as Hope absolutely dominates the Central Michigan Chippewas right now, 5-0 in this one. They scored 5 unanswered goals in this second period alone. And folks, I'll tell you, on this score sheet, we have a lot of different goal scorers, not only for Hope, but in the penalty category, a lot of action as well as most recent, Jacob St. Andre, the culprit for a 5-minute major penalty assessed to him for boarding on Alan Hirsch. It happened in the far side corner, or the near side corner of Hope's end, and a frustrated Central Michigan Chippewa team right now finds themselves down in this one. They kept it close for the first 20 minutes. Thomas Rofe saved 25 in that first frame to keep this one scoreless, but the onslaught continued as Hope out shooting the Chippewas unofficially, folks. Get ready for this one, 49-16 in this one. The number 1 team in the nation, the Hope College Dutchmen, will head into what, unless barring a miracle comeback by the Chippewas, will look to head to their back-to-back Vesna Cup finals. The last one most previously against the Chippewas in 2020. They lost 2-1. And right now, a score update as well across the way is Grand Valley State right now on top of the Michigan Wolverines, 3-0 in their conference semifinal game. The winner of both of these will play tomorrow night here from this blue rink here in the Griff's IceHouse West. And what's notable is it's the home of the Hope College Dutchmen. They play all their games here, and a big home crowd that comes out to most of their stuff, but they also get students from all over here for this one, as this is the only hockey team on this campus for Hope College. They only have a Division III ACHA team, no NCAA, no other ACHA teams, and for a program that has been as dominant as Hope has been, they certainly draw a good crowd. And they have one here tonight in support of them right now in a dominating performance right now, as you can see on your screen, on top of the Chippewas, 5-0. As we'll give you a breakdown of that one. Kaysen Faustin had the first goal, 3:36 into the first period. Then it was Gabriel Gunnison scoring just 25 seconds later. 2 unanswered goals in 25 seconds against the Chippewas, and that's really where the snowball effect occurred. Kevin Healy scored 3 minutes later. Then it was Max Moniz scoring, the leading goal scorer, or leader in points really too from Hope. Both those players, Healy and Moniz, continuing their point streaks, now at respectively 9 points for Moniz and 16 for Kevin Healy, folks. That's been the story all night. These dominating forwards imposing their will on the number 8 team in the country, Central Michigan. Wrapping up the scoring was Gabriel Gunnison at 18:40 of that 5th period on the all-you-can-eat 5-minute major power play. And this one is where we stand right now after 2 periods. So, folks, if you're looking for a silver lining in this for the Chippewas, they played much better earlier in that second period after the score was 3-0. We're creating chances off 2 back-to-back power plays ensued off of penalties to Brad Baser and Gabriel Gunnison, slashing penalties and a roughing penalty. But they were unsuccessful in that power play. They got the most shots they've had in a period this game with 7 on the goaltender, Schick, to their, I believe it was 5 in the first period. So a lot more chances for the Chippewas, just unlucky. Schick has been phenomenal, at least in the regards of the small amount of shots he's had to face. Jordan Cooper had a phenomenal, using a for lack of better words, great breakaway chance coming in on the goaltender, Schick, but unsuccessful with that attempt. So this keeps it at a 5-0 game. And we'll resume play here in about 8 minutes to resume the third period action, with Hope right now on top, dominating the Chippewas in this one. We do not have an out-of-town scores for you. Central Michigan men's baseball was in action today against Western Kentucky. We're awaiting the result of that one. We'll have that for you here soon. You can also tune in to Chippewa Sports Network and CMUathletics.com for all scoring updates on NCAA Chippewa athletics. And be sure to check out CMHIceHockey.com, as we'll give you updates going into the national tournament in 2.5 weeks' time. As this team right now down big in this Vesna Cup semifinal will look to rebound in St. Louis as they begin pool play and their quest for their first national championship. But so far, that's where we sit after 2 periods. Hope on top of Central Michigan, 5-0, and headed, presumably, barring a major comeback by the Chippewas, to back-to-back Vesna Cup finals. But stay with us. You're watching Central Michigan Hockey here on CCHN. Oh, you're good. Third period action coming at you here from the Griff's IceHouse West in this Vesna Cup semifinal game. Right now, Hope in a barn burner up on top of the Chippewas 5-0. They scored 5 unanswered goals in that second period, imposing their will on the Chips. And now it's about game management as they continue on a 5-minute major power play. Assess the Jacob St. Andre late in that second. They'll have 141 left on it. And for the Chippewas now, you got to look for some silver lining here in this third period, Reagan. You know, and you've played in times and games, I'm sure, where it's an important one, but sometimes it just gets out of hand here. And, you know, in a game like this where it is out of hand, what are the Chippewas are focusing on, you think?
They really just need to focus on the fundamentals, just get some good opportunities. This is a really good hockey team. As we apologize for the picture breakup there. We don't have a cameraman back, but now Joel Drucker's taken over. Thank you very much, Joel.
You know, Joe Drucker's been a great cameraman all season, really, Reagan, and doing it here so far. Hope in their own end, taking it over. The number 1 team in the nation, as we've mentioned multiple times. 28-0 perfect this season. They were 12-0 in conference play. The number 1 team in the MCHC and the ACHA Division II overall. They have 2 national championships to their team's name, 2018 and 2020, the most previous one in the COVID-shortened year. Looking to go back-to-back this year. They will go into the national tournament ranked as the number 1 team, Reagan, and they are in the same pool as Central Michigan for that one. So these 2 teams will play again. And folks, if you're not familiar with how pool play works, basically 4 opponents in each pool, 4 pools total. Each team will play 3 games ahead of the semifinal and national championship game, and the winner of each seed basically goes on to the ACHA semifinal game. And then the winner of that will go on to the national championship. And the pool for Central is Hope themselves, Iowa State, and the U.S. Coast Guard. So the 1, the 8, the 9, and the 16, pretty not, I guess, unfavorable draw for the Chippewas. But you got to think in a game like this where now they're down big, they're probably looking at that pool play game against Hope now in 2.5 weeks, and they're going to have a lot to talk about.
Yeah, it certainly is going to be a bit of a rough one, but hopefully Chippewas can regroup. And it's not that the Chippewas are playing a poor hockey game as this one goes on goal, and it's held on to by the netminders. Out of the box hops Jacob St. Andre. So the Chippewas are back to full strength. They're 4 for 5 on the penalty kill with 18-16 to go. Like, it's not so much that Central Michigan's playing a bad game, it's just that Hope is that much better than them.
Look out, that shot was taken by Charlie Hayes in front, but it's gloved down by Schick. And looking at the other pools, in Pool B, it's Grand Valley State, New Mexico, Dartmouth, SVSU. That's important because SVSU squeaked into the tournament, the Saginaw Valley State Cardinals, Reagan, after they were beat by Michigan in the division semifinal last week. Michigan came back from a 3-0 deficit, beat them in overtime. We were thinking to ourselves, as Saginaw Valley at the time, being the 17 team, was even going to make the tournament. And they get the bid at the 15 spot, but that's going to be interesting. They'll have to go up against Grand Valley State and Mexico, who arguably have been the 2 and number 3 teams in the country this year.
Yeah, my thought with that and how the rankings shifted out was, here's a save there by Schick once again, is more that win against Oakland helped them in that division quarterfinal. It helped them to get through and into that top 16.
Really quick looking at the rest of the pools. In Pool C, it's Florida Gulf Coast, Lawrence Tech, Michigan. The Wolverines right now down 3-0 to Grand Valley State and Trine. That's going to be an interesting pool to watch, Reagan. Florida Gulf Coast had a great series against the Chippewas. They won that one with 1 win, 1 loss, and 1 tie to this Chip team. But, I mean, Florida Gulf Coast is the 3rd team in the nation, and they're probably, I would arguably, the 2nd team and probably the only one that can really take it to the Hope Dutchmen right now at this point. If they, if anyone's going to beat this team, really, I'm saying it'll probably be the Eagles.
I would say either the Eagles or maybe Arkansas, who came on as of late. They played each other in the national championship last year, and it was a 3-0 win, so it was close for the Dutchmen.
And speaking of Pool D and Arkansas, Reagan, they are the top seed in that pool as the 4 team. They'll play with Notre Dame, Nebraska, and Miami, Ohio, who Miami, Ohio, in their 2nd game of the year, took the Dutchmen to overtime. And they led in that game 3-2 late. So if it wasn't for the Dutchmen coming back late in that one, that would have been their only loss. As look out, more shifty moves in here coming for number 15, Gabriel Gunnison. But when you think about these lower seeded teams that probably have a shot at doing damage, I think of Trine, Miami, SVSU now in the tournament with that confidence, as you mentioned, probably could do damage in that Pool B with New Mexico and Dartmouth. And this is a really interesting national tournament coming out of a COVID year where really, Reagan, only 8 teams played last year. It's a fresh start for a lot of these programs.
Yeah, it is a fresh start, and I mean, it's been about 2 years since we've really had a full ACHA national tournament, and it should be a fun experience coming down to St. Louis. It was last in it was scheduled to be in Dallas back in 2020. Forget where it was in 2019, but
I think it was scheduled, or it was, it was Columbus in 2018 and then Dallas in 2019.
Oh, okay, now look out.
One-timer in front there, intended there by Kevin Healy, and that one was saved initially by Rofe. Healy just couldn't find it under his skates for the shot attempt in the back door, and Chippewas, really, we've been talking about the pools, but they've actually been winning in the last 4 minutes at least, the possession of the puck time. So,
yeah,
if there's silver linings for the Chippewas, right, like you said, Reagan, get back to fundamentals. That was a bad turnover there from Jacob St. Andre.
They need somebody else on the ice. They've only got 4 guys on the ice.
Yeah, even
There's
5-on-5. That's no power play. Interesting strategy
here. So the
here.
Chippewas have put themselves on a penalty kill, and they finally realize it.
Oh my goodness! Maybe they're getting a little bit, I wouldn't say lazy on that bench, Reagan, but just like us, they realize this game's out of hand for them possibly.
I think that was just a mistake. Hey,
yeah, you know what? I'm thinking too far into it. You're right.
Things like that happen.
You're right. Oh, brother.
Oh, that could have been dangerous.
This Vesna Cup semifinal has been all hope, but, I mean, really, as you mentioned, Reagan, it really hasn't been that the Chippewas have played bad. It's just Hope is that good of a team. They are so, I guess you can say, dangerous on all 3 fronts. All of these lines can produce, especially this top one with Bazor, not to mention Kevin Healy, Max Moniz. I look down this lineup, and I see goal scorers everywhere. I mean, it's just, it's so bizarre to see a team in Division III, especially, that's just this dominant.
Yeah, and I mean, I think back to Sioux College in 2019. They were so dominant. They beat Grand Valley State in the national championship, something like 13-2, and they're just that good. And I think Hope's risen to that level over the last couple of seasons.
Hope, one of the strongest programs in Division III, 4-time runner-ups in the national tournament, 2003, 2010, 2011, and 2014, but they have 2 to the name, and this year they'll look to go back-to-back, and they'll be the favorites for sure in St. Louis, and that tournament will have it for you the whole way, and we'll be down there with the team, Reagan, for that national tournament. The Chippewas advanced this year to their 3rd straight national bid, their 5th in team history. Look out, we got some more here. Alex Lasky and Kevin Healy collided in front of the Hope blue line, and this one could draw some hairs here, at least from the Chippewa crowd.
Yeah, it should be. Penalty is going to be interference here on number 19, Kevin Healy, as he heads to the box.
And, as I was mentioning, Reagan, Central, 3rd national tournament bid, they came into this tournament as the number 4 seed, and they've had some really bright moments this year. They upset Lawrence Tech last game in the district semifinal. They won in overtime against Michigan, had a strong performance against Florida Gulf Coast early in the year. This Chippewa team's not going anywhere. They still have something to play for in that national tournament. And right now trying to get back to basics here on their 4th power play of the night. Up top to Charlie Hayes. He'll work into the blue line, tried to send a shot in front and it turned aside wide. Porzonda came on the rebound off the end boards but couldn't handle it, and it's cleared the length of the ice rink wide all the way to Thomas Rofe, who will leave it there with Brendan Martin.
And we talk about how good this Hope Flying Dutchman team is, not only 5-on-5, but also in the special teams. They are an amazing 72% on the power play this year. And typically, you see penalty kill numbers like that, not power play numbers, but the Chippewas have held them to only 1 power play goal and 4 opportunities tonight.
Yeah, considering the way this one's gone, Reagan, that's pretty good by at least our, broadcast standard measures, I'd say. But a Chippewa team like this probably won't be looking at that kind of stuff. They'll be looking for, like you said, the fundamentals, the what went right, what times did they have the best chances in this game, and really that's just been how it is. And right now, 12:44 to go in this Vesna Cup semifinal. Hope looking to go. Some quick shots there taken by Jacob Kosnick. Schick made the initial save and got it with the glove. 41 to go on this power play for the Chippewas. And, as you were talking about, I mean, not to knock the Chippewas at all, because they have had a great year. They've had a strong tournament. They've gone deep to this point, but, if they are going to go home in this tournament and Hope will go to the final, you've got to be looking at, what things did you do right? Did you forecheck, the way you wanted to? Was there opportunities that just didn't go your way on the puck luck? And in 2.5 weeks, I'm sure a team like this can regroup, especially because we saw them lose 5-1 against Lawrence Tech earlier this year to finish the regular season, Reagan, and they came out strong in the initial games of the tournament and beat Lawrence Tech, Adrian. That'll be the kind of stuff we'll have to look at and talk about going into that national tournament.
Oh, good forecheck there.
There's going to be a lot of silver linings.
Yeah, and certainly, they'll have some good competition in Iowa State coming up in that first pool play game. Things getting rough in front of the Chippewa bench. Oh, come on,
Campbell face washing a Hope forward. That's going to draw some more there. Play resumes, and they score.
The delayed penalty. And
that's Luke McKinch scored that one.
That could be unsportsmanlike conduct, but still, that's Owen Campbell. Yeah. You can't do that. You get yourself caught up in an altercation in front of the bench, and frustrations boil over. It's now 6-0.
And not to mention, insult to injury there. Luke McKinch scoring his 6th goal of the season. The junior from Plymouth, Michigan. The 5th goal scorer tonight for the Hope College Dutchmen, and what is now a 6-0 rout of the Chips. And man, that's frustrating, not only because Campbell just face-washed a player for that and drove the unsportsmanlike, but it's going to draw a power play for the Dutchmen. And gosh, in a game like this, Reagan, giving up on the plays, you can tell it's a sign of the times.
Yeah.
A frustrating go for the freshman from Jackson, Michigan.
Yeah, and that's a play of frustration, and that's a play of just inexperience. You're not used to getting blown out. This Central Michigan team has only lost by multiple goals once in this campaign, and it's just a frustrating result when you're down 6-0, and that adds to the frustration.
Great passing here from the Hope College Dutchmen. Looking for another. Here's Gabriel Gunnison working at the blue line. Left it there down low, intended there for Stecco, and he'll move wide with it. Drop pass there, quick plays in front of the slot. They'll leave it up top for Gunnison, who one-timed it but fanned on the shot. Mason Weiss takes this one over. Trying to pull the trigger, blocked away there by Keelan Baker with the stick, and he'll clear this one rink wide for the presumed clear and reset. 1 minute to go in this Hope power play. They're 5th of the night, right, Reagan?
They're 5th of the night.
1 for 4 on the night so far. Looking to go 2 for 5. This one, and a dominant performance over the Chippewas. Brad Bazor up top, down low there. Lucas Barber up top to Bazor. Winds up, takes the shot, and Rope saw it the whole way and got the glove stop. With 10:23 to go in this one.
Yeah, good save there by Thomas Rofe. And although the scoreboard says 6-0, that shouldn't discount the play that Thomas Rofe has put into this hockey game.
Oh, no.
40 minutes of play. He had faced 50 shots on goal. That's ludicrous by any standards. And he's still been playing well here through the first 10 minutes of this hockey game.
Reagan, I think by the time we get to the end of this one, we're going to see 60-plus shots on the goaltender, Rofe.
Oh, certainly.
He'll have 50-plus saves, as that one's in his wickets. And that one, he looked like he didn't have it initially, but gets the stop as a crashing Colin Stecco on the net. Couldn't bang it home. 27 left in their power play here. And when an underrated facet of this game has been the face-offs. Hope has dominated that facet. They've done everything they needed to do and more for this one. And that face-off quickly comes to Rofe there. He has to scoop that one up. And we'll reset it once again for the draw. Aiden Gazdecki, the freshman from Riverview, Michigan, played at the same high school as Jacob St. Andre. Did not play with him as a teammate. He'll dig in for the draw nonetheless. Freshman has been phenomenal this year on the penalty kill, and he shows right there, winning that face-off draw. Oh, 60 shots on the netminder. Thomas Rofe tonight. I thought goaltender Joel Drucker signaled go shots here. I couldn't I couldn't read the sheet
here. I apologize for my bad handwriting, partner.
Look out in front. What a save there by Rofe once again on the back door. Max Moniz looking for his second of the night. Thomas Rofe certainly hasn't given up in this one.
He's made an excellent power play.
And you know what? Thomas Rofe's got a lot to look for, Reagan. I mean, that save percentage, it's an important thing as a goaltender yourself. Come on, you know it. You know you want to keep that one good on the stat sheet. And, Thomas Rofe, regardless of this performance tonight, one of the best in ACHA Division III, has nothing to hang his head about no matter the result. Alex Lasky takes this one on net and trying to crash and create traffic in front was Nadu, and that one just squeaked wide. This one comes back to the blue line here. Ben Rychuk trying to come in, barrels into the play, hits nobody, and crashes himself into the boards. Kevin Healy over the blue line. It's an offside from number 2, Luke McKinch, who had the most recent goal. Look out, Rychuk, leader in penalty minutes for the team, getting into it with number 19, Kevin Healy.
Rychuk's not happy with Healy as Healy continued to skate on that play into the offensive end. Looked like he might have gone to put the puck in on Rofe, and Rychuk took exception to that and went after him in the left wing corner.
Reagan, I'm looking at my my stat metrics presented by SemiChiceHockey.com for this Chippewa team. They came into tonight the league leading team in penalty minutes with 505. 1 for 5 on the night, or 4 for 5 on the penalty kill tonight. They have taken in this game, if you can count in your hands, 8-13. They have in this season now 518 penalty minutes. A league leading is Lookout. There's a redirected chance in front. That one saved initially by Rofe. Porzanic tried to clear it, and that one came to Brendan Martin, who clears this one finally to center ice and allows him to change with a couple of players. But a league leading 513 penalty minutes, really led by that forward, Ben Rychuk. Reagan, and boiling over in this one. I'm sure that's not the last one we'll see.
Yeah, it's certainly now. Yeah, it's just the Chippewas are getting frustrated, and they've been a team that gets frustrated this season, and it sometimes costs them games. And tonight, it's not really going to cost them anything, but they need to keep it in check.
Here's Jacob Kosnick sending it the length of the ice. That one's going to come back for an icing because he did not get it through center. And this one will come all the way back once again. And, I think about a lot of the great moves tonight we've seen from Hope forwards. I mean, Brad Bazor's made a number of nice dekes, a number of nice moves inside the attacking zones. It's been all Gabriel Gunnison, Lucas Barber. And, I mean, we could pump their tires all night, Reagan, but the fact of the matter is there's a reason why this team is the number 1 team in the country. They just showed us all tonight what they're not only capable of, but what they've been doing for the past 2 seasons.
Yeah, they've been a phenomenal team. And it's not just the last 2 seasons. They haven't suffered more than 10 losses in something like 2 decades. They've been a phenomenal team under Chris Van Timmeren here. The last 22 seasons, their first 2 seasons, they had a losing record, but since then, he has been a phenomenal head coach behind the bench for the Hope Flying Dutchmen.
And I'll tell you what, Van Timmerman's going to be confident tonight because these are arguably the 2 biggest rivals in the MCHC, Hope and Central. You've seen that tonight with a couple of post-whistle altercations. These teams do not like each other, and they know it. And, we talked to Captain Brendan Martin during the Florida Chip, Reagan, and he was telling us how a lot of Central's players are from the east side of the state. Most of Western's are from the west side. This creates kind of that heated dynamic of geography, and it's sort of a mutual agreement between the two that that's how it's going to be.
Yeah, and I mean, there's always been that sort of east side, west side mentality, especially in Michigan. You get Ann Arbor and Michigan State, and along with, Western and Eastern don't like each other. And both these 2 clubs draw from that rivalry section.
Here's a Chippewa attack. Ben Rychuk skates over the blue line into the near side corner. He'll send this one over the way to Keegan Moore. It goes in the slot area. Rebound chance, and Rychuk crashed the netminder. Schick and Lookout. Hogan Weirda didn't like that one. Ben Rychuk's got to keep his composure here. I don't blame Weirda for getting in that one. Rychuk's been involved with the goaltender Schick all night, just trying to create traffic in front. But he didn't like that one as Schick lost himself under his skates.
Yeah, and that collision occurred with Schick trying to come out, and Ben Rychuk was cutting in front of the net. He wasn't in the crease. He just got tangled up with Schick, and then the Grand Rapids Catholic Central grad comes in and gives Rychuk the business, should we say, after running into his net mine with 6:40 to go here in the third.
Aiden Gazdecki will dig in. Won by the Dutchman here, taken away by Hogan Weirda, the alumni of Grand Rapids Catholic Central. You saw him play, Reagan, as a defenseman, and you saw a number of players. Goaltender Ryan McClellan was also on that team, the third goaltender for the Hope College Dutchmen. And you called a lot of games in this rink. You and I were talking before this one, and it must be kind of not a homecoming for you. You consider this your second home here in Griff's IceHouse West, but this has been a phenomenal facility and really one of the best I've seen in the ACHA overall.
Yeah, especially in terms of on the west side of the state. This is is a really good view. You've got this and Griff's Georgetown, both have very good views, and this is just a fun rink to play, and the lighting's good. You don't have netting blocking your view on the near side. Oh, look out.
Shifty moves from the Dutchman, and that one trying to go between the legs was Case and Faustin. Oh my, rather that was number 19, Kevin Healy. Oh, if that's not an indication, folks, I mean, this is just marvelous play from a couple of players that have just made off-the-wall dangle moves. We got to call Pavel Datsuk, or rather Pavel Barber is more appropriate named here. Chirping up the boys here from Hope College and playing well tonight. Here's the Chippewas in their own end. This one taken here by Charlie Hayes up the near side half wall. Turned the puck over, and on the attack was Justin Pinto. Cleared that one the way. Ethan Pinto, Justin, his brother, played on the 2018 national tournament team. Mixing up the brothers' names there. Quickly over the blue line, retreating there is Nicholas Tomas. Evades two defenders. Will dump this puck in. 4:51 to go in this third period of play. So, in the times this tournament play has happened, there was a lack of one last year due to the COVID-19 pandemic. But before that, Hope College played against this team. That was the last meeting between these two in the Vezina Cup final in 2020. Hope College will play in their second straight Vezina Cup final, Reagan.
Yeah, they certainly will, and they've earned it here. There's a shot right on Rolf.
And to give you a score update really quick, 2:48 left to go in the other conference semifinal game between Grand Valley State and Michigan. Grand Valley leading that one 4-1, so the Lakers look like they're headed towards the Vezina Cup final, a date with Hope College.
The broadcast of today's game is a copyrighted presentation of the American Collegiate Hockey Association and the CMU Club Hockey Network. No reproduction, retransmission, or other distribution of the descriptions or accounts of this game may take place without the express written consent of the ACHA and CCHN.
Battle of the number sixes, Brendan Saunders and Owen Campbell, won there by Saunders, and this one comes all the way to Campbell's skate. So he gets the puck on his blade, flips this one out to center with the saucer, taken away there on the poke check by Nicholas Tomas. Back to retreat is Hogan Weirda. He'll work with it through center. Gets it up the wing there, intended for Nicholas Tomas. Poke check there by Alex Lasky, and has to free this back out to center. Here's Luke McKinch at the fifth goal of this hockey game. One in this third period here. For the Dutchmen, had 5 unanswered in the second period. Posing their well in the Chippewas, who kept it scoreless between the first. Thomas Rofe has been phenomenal tonight, but has led in a couple. To presumably not really his fault. Yeah, strong play from the Dutchman tonight.
Yeah, I was talking with Joel Drucker during the intermission. There's a lot of those goals Thomas Rofe didn't really have a chance on. It's just good shot placement, and really his defense isn't helping him out much with as many players in front of the net as there were.
Tied up at the far side half wall. Front of the Chippewa bench, trying to clear it there is Keelan Baker. Helped out there with, looks like Luke Wild coming out here. Luke Wild, the notable sophomore from starting in his 9th game from Novi, Michigan.
Good to see him getting in the season. Good to see him getting on the ice here.
He's only played in about 3 games this season, and now 4, including this one. But a plethora of Chippewas getting ice time here in the late stages of this barn burner here. Hope leading 6-0. Trying to attack once again. Here's Max Monis. Turned the puck over, but kept it at the top of the left circle. Now move it to the cross ice, blue line for Lucas Barber. Send this one's deep for Alex Lasky, who takes it over, and Lasky will work with it. Turn the puck over, poke check there, and he'll have to dump this one the length of the center ice. It's taken away here by a Hope's defender. That was Cole Stenstrom, and he'll dump this one back. Stenstrom takes this one all the way again. 2 sequential dumps. 2:13 to play in this one. Here's Ben Rychuk. Evades one defender, Kason Faustin. He'll move to the left circle, takes a shot on net, and that one from Rockstar Angle turned aside by Schick. This one comes in front of the Hope bench. Taken away here by Julian Johnson getting ice time. And this one comes all free to Nolan Convertini. He's getting through center. This one comes all the way to Rowe, pulling the trigger from the top of the blue line. An easy save there. Clapper attempt there down low. Just trying to finish this one out is number 2, Luke McKinch. Chippewas will try to peel out to center and start an attack. St. Andre will hold with it in the final 1 minute and 40 to play. Keegan Moore cross ice to Christopher Martin. Martin will hold, send a stretch pass intended there for Julian Johnson, who comes off for a change. He'll be replaced with Simon Selly trying to finish this one out. 1:28 to play. Hope College will play Grand Valley State with 24 to go in that one in the Vesna Cup final, presumably. And it'll be an interesting one. The number 1 and number 2 teams in the nation taking on each other for the Vesna Cup crown. Chippewas came into tonight as the reigning champions from 2020, but they will give that trophy up here at the Griff's IceHouse West to their biggest rivals. But this will not be the last we see of these two teams against each other. They will play in the 3rd and final game of their pool plays at the national tournament in St. Louis in 2.5 weeks' time. And for the Chippewas, they've got a lot to think about here. And what was domination from the number 1 team in the country and the reigning national champions. 41 to play in this one. Porzondik moves it up the wing to Nadu. This one intended on net, blockered away off the blade, and we'll get a stoppage of play.
If you're looking for stats, schedule, or if you're looking for game reports, stats, schedules, and more, take a trip to CMishIceHockey.com. There you can find those and much more, including player information, recruiting information, apparel, and more. That's CMICHHOCKEY.com.
Now it's tied up at the far side half wall. 30 to play. Hope leading 6-0 over the Central Michigan Chippewas. Came into tonight the number 8 team in the country in the final rankings. Look out.
Boy.
We got some more. This is not good. Simon Selly. Here goes Nadu. Cross check there with Ashton Bull. Chippewas in the waning moments got to keep their composure here. You cannot have any suspensions in this one.
Yeah, Simon Selly and Jay Nadu.
Sorry, Reagan. The teams across from us finish up here. Grand Valley State defeats the Michigan Wolverines by a final score of 4-1 to advance to the Vesna Cup final. It'll be the Lakers and Hope College Dutchmen playing here tomorrow night. That's set for a 5:30 p.m. puck drop. You can catch that game on, if you're a Hope fan, on the Hope College Hockey Facebook page as they live stream games with a feed across from us over here. That'll do it for our season until the national tournament in 2 weeks' time. You can catch me and Reagan Cleaves in a radio call from St. Louis for all 3 pool games, and hopefully, sequentially, a national tournament semifinal and national championship game if it so be. So next time we see you fans, it'll be Iowa State taking on Central Michigan in the first of 3 pool games for those teams. Iowa State, number 9 in the country, Central Michigan, 8. They will head into that one for, as I mentioned, 3 games, and for a long 8.5 hour drive we'll have with this team. They'll get to St. Louis, and they'll be ready to start their quest for hopefully a national tournament run. But right now they'll have to go through Hope in that pool as well. Hope, the number 1 team in the country in Pool A with Central Michigan, Iowa State, and the United States Coast Guard. 8 seconds to play in this one. It's been all Hope through 60 minutes, and the reigning national champions will look to take back their Vesna Cup title crown. They'll go to back-to-back Vesna Cup finals. They'll take on GVSU tomorrow night as they dominate this one over Central Michigan, 6-0, the final here from the Griff's IceHouse West. We'll have a short post-game show for you here on CCHN with Reagan Cleaves and myself. So stay with us if you please. You're watching Central Michigan Hockey here on CCHN. Final score here from the Griff's IceHouse West for this MCHC tournament semifinal. Hope College 6, Central Michigan nothing. And for the Hope College Dutchmen, the number 1 team in the country, they proved it tonight, Reagan, dominating the Chippewas on all facets in this one.
Yeah, they certainly did. They peppered Thomas Rowe with 70 shots on goal. Chippewas could only muster about 22 shots, so they really dominated. And it wasn't just on the shot clock. It was all over the ice, up and down. It was Hope all over here tonight, and they showed it here on the score sheet, and they showed us why they are the number 1 team in the nation.
Yeah, Reagan, 5 different Dutchmen scored tonight. Gunnison, the most tallies of that one, had 2 here. But when you look at what we came into this game expecting, the perennial goal-scoring ability of top to bottom, a star-studded lineup of forwards that have not only championship experience from last season, but the ability and the worth of being able to take it to a top team like Central Michigan as well. 10 players, as mentioned in the pregame show, averaging a point per game coming into tonight. That's certainly going to continue for many of these players. And now heading into a Vesna Cup final where they will take on Grand Valley State. The GVSU Lakers beat Michigan 4-1. They've got a lot of confidence going into tomorrow night here.
Oh, certainly they do have a lot of confidence, and they've had a lot of confidence all year. They strike me as the type of team that knows that they're good, and it is good enough to back that claim up. And really, it's disappointing to see the Chippewas regular season, or the Chippewas outside of national season, end like this. But really, it was the inevitable end. Hope is just that good of a hockey team, and it showed in a 6-0 victory.
This is now 35 straight wins for the Hope College Flying Dutchmen. Dating back to last season, they haven't lost in 337 days. And an undefeated regular season now heading into their Vesna Cup final. They'll play in their back-to-back ones, and they'll look to reclaim the crown from 4 years ago. Taking a look at our players to watch, recap, Thomas Rowe was our first, saving 64 on 70 tonight. We'll get to him as well in our 3 stars of the game. Brendan Martin was our other key player to watch for the Central Michigan Chippewas, and he didn't have a bad night necessarily, Reagan, but not on the score sheet, really not trying to not doing as much as he wanted here.
Yeah, but not necessarily doing as much as he wanted to, but he did play well. Again, it's hard to say that the Chippewas played poorly tonight. They were just outplayed by an absolutely phenomenal Hope team, and there weren't a ton of mistakes necessarily for the Chippewas. They were just batted up and down the ice by this Hope team, and Brennan Martin was one of those players. He was on that top power play group. He played well here tonight, generating a couple of opportunities on that power play unit, but Chippewas couldn't get anything going.
Yeah, on the other side of the ice, it was Max Monis and Lucas Barber, our 2 players to watch. Monis had a goal tonight. No other scoring categories as we know of in the assist chart, but a strong night from the leader in goals for this team, 25 in the season now for him. And you got to think, as a leader in that team, him, Brad Basor, the assistant and captain of that team, they're going to have, as we mentioned, a lot of confidence going into tomorrow night in their Vesna Cup final. Recapping our keys to the game, Reagan, you had the Chippewas. I want to talk about having to dominate or win the all 3 facets on the power play, the penalty kill, the 5-on-5. I think they won 1 out of 3 of those tonight. They were strong on the penalty kill, kept the Dutchmen only at 1 for 5 on the power play tonight. That group consisting of Aiden Gazdecki, Keegan Moore, Ben Rychuk, they played well enough, and that's got to be a silver lining going into the national tournament.
Yeah, especially coming in when Hope had a plus 70 power play. Usually penalty kill numbers like that, you never see power play numbers above 50 typically, and they did a really good job. They kept Hope to 1 for 6 on the power play tonight, including staving off most of a 5-minute power play. They did end up letting the only power play goal that they let up was on that 5-minute power play to Jacob St. Andre, but they played very well in the penalty kill tonight, shut down one of the most prolific power plays in the nation, and it was a really good job by them on that penalty kill here tonight.
Time now for our 3 stars of the game presented by CMHIceHockey.com. We'll give the 3rd star to none other than CMU goaltender Thomas Rowe. Saved 64 on 70 tonight. Really wasn't his fault in the route of his team. He played well all night. Really kept the team in the game, especially in that first period when he saved 25 on 25 to keep it scoreless. But then the floodgates really opened against him. But he's our 3rd star nonetheless, and really proving why he's one of the best in the ACHA.
Yeah, he played very well tonight. He was the benefactor of a couple of bounces, but still, he kept the puck out of the net a majority of the time, only allowing 6 goals, which on 70 shots is certainly something to speak of.
Now our second star of the game, it will be none other for Hope than the captain, Brad Bazor. Played exceptional tonight on that top group. Officially on our scoring chart here with an assist tonight. The captain forward, one of the elder statesmen of this team, and gosh, you not showing up on the score chart necessarily, but sort of Pavel Barber style. He made a ton of great moves tonight. He was all over the ice, shifty with his stick. He's one of those players that can really just make things happen with his own just ability on the ice. Deking players, he's getting all around, really had his will tonight, and he's so fast on that ice. He's our second star for that assist, but really did a lot more in the game than just scoring for the team.
Yeah, certainly Baser was up and down the ice, getting an assist on that fourth Hope goal. And our first star of the game is Gabriel Gunnison, the sophomore out of Forest Hills Northern Eastern, getting 2 goals here tonight to double up Hope's lead, giving them their second goal of the game and then their 5th as well. He played very well tonight. For him, for Gunnison, those are his 17th and 18th goals respectively on the campaign. He has been phenomenal for Hope this season.
Thanks for that, Reagan, especially. And looking ahead now for the Chippewas, there is a lot to look forward to as the Chippewas will head to their 3rd straight national tournament appearance, their 5th in team history. They will head into St. Louis in 2 weeks' time as the number 8 team in the country. They will play in their pool with Hope College, the team we just played here tonight, Iowa State, and the United States Coast Guard, the 1, the 8, the 9, and the 16 teams. And that's going to be very interesting to watch to see how the Chippewas respond. And they will play Iowa State in that first pool game.
Yeah, it should be a pretty darn good game. That game coming on March 10th at 2:45 p.m. for Central Michigan. They will then play Coast Guard on Friday before finishing out their pool play with Hope on Saturday. But it should be a fun time no matter what, Devin, when we're down there in St. Louis.
Absolutely, and I just wanted to ask you, really, what are you looking forward to the most heading into the Centene Community Ice Center, which is the practice facility of the St. Louis Blues? What are you looking forward to most heading to a place like St. Louis?
If I had to be completely honest, it would be getting to add more stadiums to my stadium map.
I was just thinking about this before. Reagan has an awesome collection of all of the places he's been arenas on Google Maps. I swear to you folks, it's like 80 plus places.
Oh,
and I couldn't keep track of them
240.
all. We always keep it light here, folks, on CCHN, but you'll get to fill out your chart of places you visited, and I'll be able to say I've been to Missouri for the first time.
Whoa,
so
you've never been to Missouri?
No, I haven't. No, I've never been west of the Mississippi River, really. So
really? Wow. Well,
this will be the farthest out west I've ever been.
You'll be just west this time.
Yeah, but not south of the Mason-Dixon line. Technically we're not in the south, but let us know at home where you think St. Louis is. That part of the South? I don't know. We'll say it's close enough.
It's close.
Close enough. Well, folks, that'll just about do it for our coverage here of postseason hockey. But stay tuned. In 2 weeks' time, we will be live from the National Championship Tournament in St. Louis, where the Chippewas will begin their quest for a hopeful first national championship. You can catch all those games on CCHN, as we will have radio calls for you on that. Myself and Rig Cleves will rotate the play-by-play positions, and we will have all action and coverage for you on our YouTube channel, CCHN, and accompanying social media accounts. For Reagan Cleves, Devin Sarah, the rest of our great production team, Leon Lange pulling the sticks on the camera and the 1 and 2s, Joe Grogan on the social media, Tristan Hagenstein with the photography, Kiara for the secondary photography as well. That'll just about do it for our coverage here. You got one more thing,
Yeah,
Reagan?
we'd also like to give a shout-out to the staff here at Griff's IceHouse West. Jared Brown helping us get set up here, along with Scott Redmond.
Big help.
Scott, I know you're watching at home. Thank you so much for helping us get set up.
And thank you all for watching this presentation of Central Michigan Hockey here on CCHN. We'll be back in 2 weeks' time for the national tournament from St. Louis. This has been Central Michigan Hockey in the Vezina Cup semifinal. Final score, Hope 6, Central Michigan nothing. Thank you for watching this presentation of Hockey on CCHN.